Loose, broken, or missing a tooth? Or maybe it's time for a new set of dentures. Call the office of Dr. Jonathan Krisner and Dr. Jennifer Haar at 600 Cherry Tree Lane in Uniontown. Thanks to their in-office denture lab, they can make your new dentures faster than other offices, and in most cases, same-day denture repairs. They also offer teeth whitening, clear braces, and single-visit crowns. Call for your appointment, 724-438-0241, or visit their Facebook page.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has served you in Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borch Jr.
Are you suffering from aches and pains? Everyday pain shouldn't be your normal. Recover from pain or an injury through the power of physical therapy at NovaCare Rehabilitation. As a proud supporter of the Uniontown Red Raiders and Albert Gallatin Colonials, NovaCare's renowned team and clinical expertise provides the best individualized care and customer service. With a location in Uniontown that now offers aquatic therapy at the Uniontown YMCA. Call 724-437-0556 today to schedule a complimentary consultation. The Red Raiders and Colonials choose NovaCare. So can you.
Celebrate the 70th anniversary of the Peanuts comic strip at the State Theater when the Peanuts gang comes to life in You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, February 21st and 22nd at 7 p.m. and Sunday the 23rd at 2 p.m. You'll fall in love with Charlie Brown, Lucy, Snoopy, and more in this whimsical, witty musical under the direction of John Wagner, featuring local talent. For tickets, call 724-439-1360 or online at statetheater.info. Embrace the nostalgia, share the memories, and leave smiling.
Tuesday's another C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night here on WMBS. Join us for boys high school basketball action as the Uniontown Red Raiders host the Waynesburg Raiders in the Section 3 4A matchup. I'm Brian Morozak. Steve Super will join me to bring you all the exciting play-by-play action. Our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show starts at 7 o'clock with the opening tip-off set for 7:30. At Uniontown hosting Waynesburg. On Tuesday, pregame at 7, tip-off at 7:30. You're on 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS, and on the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
Laurel Ridge Bottled Water Company, a division of CRH Catering Company, offers you the finest in bottled water service. Located in the former Hagen plant in Uniontown, they can offer service for your home or business. Phone 724-628-8100 for Laurel Ridge Bottled Water Company.
Nicholas and I were just having a very high-level discussion. We think this is Earth, Wind, and Fire coming out of the break here.
It is.
Or ELO.
We've confirmed.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yellow.
ELO.
Oh.
Electric Light Orchestra.
I gotcha. You were trying to be funny.
Yes, I was.
Failed.
Thank you very much. 54 degrees and rain outside our Uniontown Hospital studios. Of course, tonight is another C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night. The pregame show starts in 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Yes.
Raiders versus the Raiders.
High school round ball.
I got an email or a text message, and you can text me, folks, if you want, on my text line, 412-855-8086.
Can we Twitter you?
From a person, I don't know if it was a man or woman, complaining that I was betting on high school basketball.
Oh, Lord, he's not.
Because I said I was betting the Raiders to beat the Raiders the last time they played, which is only about a week and a half ago, right? They didn't play.
It's been a couple weeks.
Of course, folks, I was kidding. I don't bet on high school basketball
What about
games.
the Super Bowl? Any wagers on that?
I did not wager. Oh, no, I was in a couple football polls.
Nice.
I did not do well on either of those.
Polls, yeah. Did you, predict the length of the national anthem?
No, not that sort of thing. No, these are the thing. We buy a block.
Oh, okay.
If your numbers match up. What a game. We didn't even talk about that.
It was a good game. It was a good game.
It
was in down in the fourth quarter.
Classic that he was coming back again, that Mahomes was
Mahomes is something
bring him
else.
Back.
He's crazy good.
You look him on the sideline, he looks like a freshman in college.
I know.
This is a young-looking kid.
He's young. He is. And he's the future of the NFL.
Yeah. He is now the second youngest quarterback to win a Super Bowl. Of course, Ben was the youngest one. It'd be nice if we get back. It's been over 10 years since we've won a Super Bowl. It'd be awfully nice to get back.
I'll take a Pirates World Series win for 1,000, Alex, over the Steelers. I've been alive to see the Steelers win a Super Bowl and the Penguins win a cup. The Pirates winning a World Series, I have a fear in May. just not happen.
I grew up in the 70s. 2 World Series, 4 Super Bowls, 6 division titles by the Pirates. It was a great time to be a kid.
I bet.
Wow, was it ever. The Penguins were also Rams back then. Enjoy the game tonight, folks. I'm Doug Saltzman. That's Nick Barczyk. Have a good night.
It's time for another C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night coverage of high school basketball here on 590 AM and 101.1 FM WMBS and on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Being brought to you tonight by the Sprouse Insurance Group and Agent David Hughes, Jimmy John's Uniontown, Route 21 Furniture, the Centers for Rehab Services and Physical Therapist Jim Burns, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, the Uniontown Hospital, Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty, the dental offices of Dr. Jonathan Krisner and Dr. Jennifer Har, Thurby's Riverside Ford Sales, Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation, Peachin's Pharmacy, Allstate Insurance Agent Russ Blejo, the Radcliffe Law Firm, NovaCare Rehabilitation, Potter's Barn Grill in Morgantown Street in Uniontown, the C. Harper Auto Group, the Rittenhouse Insurance Agency, Cherokee Recycling, Joby's Golf, Uniontown City Police Chief Jason Cox, Perkins Painting and Contracting, First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, Lee's Plumbing and Excavating, Southwestern Gastrointestinal Specialists, SWGI, and by Baker Chiropractic and Wellness Center. Now stay tuned for the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show here on 590 AM and 101.1 FM WMBS and on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
From Uniontown High School, it's time for boys high school basketball action here on 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS, and on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Tonight, the Uniontown Red Raiders host the Waynesburg Raiders in a Section 3 4A matchup. Brian Morozak along with Steve Super. Nice to have you along with us. Our pregame show being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They will get you ready for the game. They're located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. The Uniontown Red Raiders enter play today 17-2 overall, 9-0 in conference play. Rob Kaczmarski, the head coach of the Red Raiders. Kirk King in his 5th year as Waynesburg's head coach. They're 9-11 overall, 2-7 in conference play. And Steve, this is the regular season finale for the Waynesburg Raiders here tonight.
Yeah, they trying to get a win and finish their season on a strong note. Of course, it's going to be tough against the Red Raider team that's been winning pretty much every conference game they've played this year, even though they struggled mightily against Elizabeth Forward the other night on Friday. That would have been on Friday night. Elizabeth Forward, by all means, should have probably had 4 shots at the end in the last possession, at least 3 good looks to win it. They had a good look in regulation, and the kid traveled. So they, the Red Raiders escaped with a victory, and it's probably surprised a lot of people the score of that game for the Red Raiders to barely win. But at the end of the day, a win's a win. You get out of there, and hopefully they can put that behind them. Maybe they were suffering a little bit of a letdown after the LH game, and maybe they'll get back on track.
And despite all of that, Uniontown has an opportunity to have their 2nd consecutive undefeated section season, and not too many teams can say that.
Well, they should be shouldn't have any problem. Let's face it. Tonight against Waynesburg, they should be able to handle the Waynesburg team fairly easily, but you just never know. The Red Raiders just did not play well the last game. The LH game they played okay, but they still got beat by the Mustangs, and then they lose, it felt like a loss last game, even though they won, but they didn't play well. So they got to get back on track, and it's not a good time of year to kind of go the other way. They were playing terrific early in the year, and all systems were firing on. Everything was great, but for some reason they just did not play as well. And hopefully we can get it back and get in shape, because the playoffs, obviously, we know you're going to face whoever you play, they're going to be pretty good. So the Red Raiders have to be ready at come playoff time.
Yeah, hopefully, as you said, Uniontown did not peak too early. Looking at some of the bright spots, though, how about Bryant Grady? He had 19 rebounds in that Red Raiders overtime win over Elizabeth Forward on Friday.
Yeah, he was good around the basket, and he got a lot of rebounds, and he was tough around the hoop. He scored some points, and he's a nice player. He's done a good job.
And you look at this Waynesburg team, Steve, we mentioned they're going to miss out in the playoffs for a 4th straight year. They did play Uniontown pretty tough for 3.5 quarters back in January. The Red Raiders pulled away late for a 90-70 victory in that game. And Uniontown knows they're still going to have to play a complete game here tonight.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're going to have to, you'd like to see them work on a few things. I mean, they've struggled against zone offenses. We've talked about it at length. They stand around outside that three-point line. Every once in a while, the Shields will try to drive in, throw up a shot, but they too much standing around. There's not much zone offense to speak of, and they're going to see zones. They're going to see zones in the playoffs. Everybody's been watching. They scout. They send your coaches around to look, and it's not going to take much for any team to scout the Red Raiders and say, okay, we're going to force them to shoot from the outside. And, we shoot pretty good from the outside usually early in the games, but, come crunch time, if you get a little cold in that second half, it's going to be a problem, especially if the zone offense is not working.
And the free throw shooting has to improve as well. Uniontown has had 4 straight games where they have been 50% or below at the foul line. You couple that, as you said, with some of the issues against the zone. Certainly a troubling sign with the playoffs on the horizon, but you have to hope that Uniontown is able to bounce out of this little funk, and a great opportunity again here today. Waynesburg did win their last conference game 53-50 over South Park, but historically Uniontown really has played Waynesburg well. In fact, they've won all 11 meetings with the Waynesburg Raiders since Rob Kaczmarski took over as Uniontown's coach to start the 2002-2003 season. Waynesburg will look to break that streak tonight, but Waynesburg still has to be considered pretty heavy underdogs, especially with this game being played here at Uniontown tonight.
For sure. I mean, it's it's a huge underdog, and they probably don't stand much of a chance. But the Red Raiders, like I said, they need to work on some things. It's hard. Here we are. They're 17-2, and we're we're talking about how they struggled against the zone offense. They haven't done this and that right. But the fact is, they're still 17-2. So they played some pretty good basketball. They got great athletes. These seniors have played together for 4 straight years. They all know, where they're going to be on the court. They just had a little bit of a glitch. You can't expect perfection every night, and especially over a long season. So, hopefully it's a coaching moment and they can get their mojo back and get ready for these playoffs.
And with a group with 5 seniors returning from last year, I think we certainly hold this Uniontown team to maybe a higher standard than some teams in past years as well.
Well, for sure. Like I said, the thing about it is, it sounds like, especially if people listened last week, we were a little tough on them toward the end of that game, but they played so well, and we expect so much out of them. And then the way they played, it just disappointed us a little bit, and they still got out of there with a win. And it's pretty good they could play like that and still get a win. That was a pretty packed house over there at Elizabeth Forward. The fans were pumped up, and Elizabeth Forward played the game of the year for them. And the Raiders were still able to get out of there with a win.
Should be a lot of fun tonight. Uniontown hosting Waynesburg when our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues. We'll talk to Uniontown head coach Rob Kaczmarski and Kirk King, the head coach of the Waynesburg Raiders, here on 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS, and on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Jim Davis and his team are incredible. When I was hurt in an accident in 2015, they guided me every step of the way. They were dedicated, honest, and trustworthy. I highly recommend Jim Davis and his team.
Davis & Davis. Personal injury and workers' comp.
We at Davis & Davis are humbled by what our clients have to say about us. If you've been injured at work, call me, Jim Davis, for a free consultation. We've been helping injured people for over 40 years. Call 724-437-2799.
How much money do you think you'll spend during your lifetime? Think about it. There's food and clothing, mortgage or rent, the fortune you'll spend on the kids. There's eating out, going to the movies. Don't forget the popcorn. There are things you want to buy and things you have to buy. Things for the house and, of course, taxes. In the end, it all adds up to a lot of money. Now, with all of that, Donegal Insurance Group asks, why would you spend more than you have to on auto insurance? You see, Donegal's rates routinely beat the national companies, those fast-talking 1-800 insurance guys and the internet companies. So wouldn't you rather spend more of your money on you instead of car insurance? After all, life's expensive enough. Donegal, there when it matters most.
To see how you can save money on your auto and homeowners insurance, call the Sprouse Insurance Group at 724-437-9812. As an independent insurance agency, the Sprouse Insurance Group will help you get the best possible coverage to fit your insurance needs. The Sprouse Insurance Group, serving Uniontown for over 50 years.
How far would you go to find some of the most advanced physical, occupational, and speech therapy? You won't have to go far when you choose UPMC Centers for Rehab Services in Uniontown on Wayland Smith Drive. Jim Burns, a lifelong Fayette County resident, and his staff provides cutting-edge care for sports injuries or conditions like an aching back, sore shoulder, or stroke rehabilitation. To schedule an appointment or to learn more, call UPMC Centers for Rehab Services Uniontown at 724-437-7500.
Hi, I'm Ashley Thurby, and Thurby's Riverside Ford is pleased to announce that we have been awarded Ford Motor Company's highest honors, the One Ford Elite Award and the Ford President's Award for 2018. One Ford Elite rewards the best of the best and is the #1 dealer in customer satisfaction from all the Ford President's Award recipients. In order to achieve this award, dealers must exceed customer expectations every day and achieve the highest levels of performance. The pursuit of excellence requires passion, tenacity, and hard work in both sales and service in the automotive industry. The Thurby family and our employees have earned the President's Award 18 times and would like to thank our customers for scoring us the highest in the Pittsburgh region for customer satisfaction. Remember, victory is achieved each time a customer translates into a lifelong relationship, and that's a celebration of excellence. Please stop by and visit us at Thurby's Riverside Ford and experience the difference.
With all the recent changes in both healthcare and healthcare providers, you can trust Southwestern Gastrointestinal Specialists and Doctors Ruth Hart, Calabrese, Stokes, and Hoppy, and Southwestern Endoscopy Center, celebrating 30 years serving the people of Southwestern Pennsylvania with the experience, compassion, and exceptional care you deserve. For an appointment, call 724-437-7677. SWGI and Southwestern Endoscopy Center, the area's only freestanding endoscopy facility in the Cherry Tree Medical Plaza, Uniontown.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borch Jr.
Brian Rozak back on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. The Uniontown Red Raiders back at it tonight. They're hosting the Waynesburg Raiders' final conference game of the season for Uniontown, final overall game of the season for the Waynesburg Raiders, who will miss out on the playoffs for the 2019-2020 season. Joining us now is Uniontown head basketball coach Rob Kesmarski. And Rob, your Red Raiders for the second straight game went to overtime, this time winning the battle in the extra session, gutting out a 60-58 win over Elizabeth Ford on the road on Friday night.
Yes, and I think those games can help you, really do. That was a tough stretch in our 2 weeks, not to make excuses. Our kids have played a lot of basketball, and so have the other teams too. But I will give Elizabeth Ford a lot of credit. They won 4 out of 5. They beat Ringgold by 15 or 16. And then a really good Norman team who's probably going to be in the playoffs in their tough section, they lost 67-60. So Elizabeth Ford has played really well, especially at home. But our kids really found a way to win. And I don't know if we had our legs or different things like that. Billy was a little bit under the weather. Keandre was coming off of a bad cold. But no excuses. Our kids, the last 3 minutes, we played probably the best defense we played all year. So we want to play that. There's things we want to work on. And I was really happy in the first half. We came out, we were 8 for 22 from 3. So we made 8 3-pointers because a couple games we've been struggling from shooting. But the kids made some good shots and did some good things. If you look at the picture in the Herald Standard, Billy, our 1,000-point scorer, is setting screens against the zone and trying to give it some more opportunities. So it's a good gutsy win, and we want to finish strong and get to see where we're at next week.
Your team certainly has played a lot of basketball over the last 2 weeks. Has fatigue played a factor at all?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I think our kids needed a couple days off, and now we're in great shape. And if you look at our games, this group, a lot of people don't like when kids get rest. If you look at our group, if you look at our scores in the past, by far the best game we played probably in years was Bell Vernon the first time, and we had 12 days off of that to prepare. So our kids, we should have our legs back. Hopefully we're a little bit healthier, and just come out. We want to finish strong at home. The kids this group's going to be honored Friday, but we know Waynesburg's going to come in and play tough. The kids are 36-6 in 2 years and have won 20 section games in a row. And if you look at our exhibition schedule, look at the teams we beat. They're almost 5 of them are playoff teams, and the teams we played in Florida were better than probably the best, better than anybody we played all year. So we're excited. We prepared well with our exhibition schedule. Sometimes our section doesn't get the most respect. Look at Bell Vernon; they beat Laurel Highlands. Look at Ringgold. They beat West Allegheny. So we're excited about where we're going. And to be all honest, our kids are excited about winning the section, but that's not our goal. Our goal is to see what we're going to do starting February 11th when we find out who we're going to play.
You've been seeing a lot of zone recently. Talk about the challenges as far as beating the zone, and what do you expect to see here coming down the stretch and in the postseason as well?
Oh yeah, I mean this isn't something new. Teams have played us zones probably since I've been here. I mean we take pride in our man-to-man offense, but against zone, if you watch college basketball, you watch everything. When teams play you zone, you have to make shots. I mean you have to make some shots. You can screen against the zone. You can get the ball to the high post. You can penetrate against it. You can do everything. But the bottom line is, this is the same group of kids that made all their shots against Cartersville. And we talked about how you move the ball well and shoot the ball. But we shot the ball well. We shot the ball really well against Elizabeth Ford. And like I said, we have confidence in our kids. Sometimes when we miss our three, it really doesn't matter because our kids are such good offensive rebounders. That's one thing that we want to really get back to focusing on, too. Not just Isaiah and Brian, who I thought played really well inside our guards' offensive rebounding, too, except for Bubba that he has to check back.
This is your final Section 3 4A matchup of the season, taking on the Waynesburg Raiders. An opportunity to go through the conference slate in back-to-back seasons undefeated. Waynesburg, though, did play you tough earlier on this season when you played them on the road. Your thoughts on the matchup on Tuesday night?
We have so much respect for them. Garber's a 1,000-point scorer. Bort scored almost 20 points against us. I mean, we were in Florida with them. Have so much respect for Coach King, and those kids are great kids. We got to meet a lot of their families, so I know I feel bad for them that they're not going to make the playoffs, and we're really rooting for them because they're such good kids and work so hard. But if you look at their scores, I mean, 1-point game they lost to Elizabeth Ford. Really, they should have beat Bell Vernon just a couple weeks ago, and they should have beat Ringgold at home. So they're a very quality team, and I know our kids want to protect our home floor, and we have our legs back. We've had 3 days off, so we're ready to get back and finish it. And we have 3 more games, and I mean, anytime you're close to 20-win season, when you only play 22 games at WPIAL, the kids are doing something right. And that's what we talk to these kids about, just playing as hard as they can like they always do. And we're really excited about what's going to happen here in the next 2 weeks.
Rob, appreciate your time. As always, hope you feel better, and we'll see you out there on Tuesday.
All right, Brian, we appreciate it. Take care.
That's Uniontown head basketball coach Rob Kosmarski of the Red Raiders hosting the Waynesburg Raiders boys high school basketball action tonight here on WMBS and on the Triple Live High School Sports Network. Stay tuned. We'll talk to Waynesburg head coach Kurt King in just a moment.
Are your dentures cracked, loose, broken, or missing a tooth? Or maybe it's time for a new set of dentures. Call the office of Dr. Jonathan Krisner and Dr. Jennifer Haar at 600 Cherry Tree Lane in Uniontown. Thanks to their in-office denture lab, they can make your new dentures faster than other offices and, in most cases, same-day denture repairs. They also offer teeth whitening, clear braces, and single-visit crowns. Call for your appointment, 724-438-0241, or visit their Facebook page.
Ensuring excellence since 1949. The Rittenhouse Insurance Agency offers both business and personal insurance to over 4,000 clients in the area. The Rittenhouse Insurance Agency continually reviews each client's insurance portfolio to assure they're receiving the most comprehensive coverage at the best rate going. It's no wonder why their clients keep their insurance with them for decades. The Rittenhouse Insurance Agency, Incorporated, 48 West Fayette Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-438-1700.
When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is also buying deer hides. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday from 9 till 5 and Saturdays 8 till noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus, Rags, or Tater a call at 724-439-3228 for Cherokee Recycling. Recycling makes the most sense.
If you're shooting for a new home for your growing family or an open floor plan is scoring points with you, then completing a mortgage pre-qualification or applying for a mortgage loan in person or online at firstfederalofgreen.com is a slam dunk. You can count on First Federal for an assist. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, voted one of the best mortgage lenders and given a 5-star bank award by Bauer Financial. NMLS 458729, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC. Would you like to have this pharmacy experience? You pull up, walk a short distance to the counter, wait a very short time for your prescription, ask questions, and still pay the same copay as you would at a large chain store. Experience this at Peachin Pharmacy, inside Peachin Market in downtown Connellsville. They also offer the lowest cost available, free prescription delivery, and an app to manage your prescriptions. Visit Peachin Pharmacy or online at peachinpharmacy.com.
Are you suffering from aches and pains? Everyday pain shouldn't be your normal. Recover from pain or an injury through the power of physical therapy at NovaCare Rehabilitation. As a proud supporter of the Uniontown Red Raiders and Albert Gallatin Colonial, NovaCare's renowned team and clinical expertise provides the best individualized care and customer service. With a location in Uniontown that now offers aquatic therapy at the Uniontown YMCA. Call 724-437-0556 today to schedule a complimentary consultation. The Red Raiders and Colonials choose NovaCare. So can you.
The new year has begun, and soon it'll be spring. Time to think about painting and redecorating. If you're looking for a professional painter or contracting service, call Perkins Painting and Contracting. With years of proven success in the tri-state area, Perkins Painting and Contracting is local and your solution for all your painting and contracting needs. Call 724-322-1285. 724-322-1285. Perkins Painting and Contracting, proud to sponsor the Red Raider Player of the Week.
Brian Morozak back on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show with Waynesburg head coach Kirk King. The Waynesburg Raiders taking on the Uniontown Red Raiders. Boys high school basketball action here on WMBS and the Triple I High School Sports Network tonight. And Kirk, your Waynesburg program will miss out on the playoffs this year. You enter play today, 2-7 in the conference. You're 9-11 overall. This will be your final game of the year tonight. Certainly some ups and downs this season, but a playoff spot just not in the cards this year for your Waynesburg program.
No, we were obviously, we had some very close games in the section. Most recently, last Tuesday's game against Elizabeth Forward, we lost by 1 at home, and that knocked us out of the playoffs. And then we went Friday and beat South Park. So if we would have got the Elizabeth Forward game, we would have been in as of Friday. But that's sometimes the way things just shake out. So.
Yeah, especially tough when you lose a 1-point game like that as well.
It is. I mean, we had looks at the end of the game. We had possession with 21 seconds left, and didn't really. We got a look, but probably not the look we really wanted that we drew up. But once again, that's just sometimes the way it plays out.
I'm sure you want to try to go out on a high note. We mentioned off the this is going to be your last regular season game of the year here against Uniontown, and you play the Red Raiders tough earlier on in the season.
Yeah, we played them. I thought we played them pretty well at home. We kept the game for the most part. I guess at least through 3 quarters and a couple minutes into the fourth, we kept it close. I believe we were down by 8 going into the fourth quarter. And really, we had to try to do something at the end, which is press, because we were down by 12 with 3 minutes left. And I told our team during a timeout, we've got to take a chance here, so we're going to try to press. And you try to press Uniontown, that's a difficult thing.
Are you approaching this like this is your playoff game?
Well, we definitely want to. I don't know if we're terming it necessarily our playoff game, but we definitely. I mean, it's another game that we want to win. I mean, you're correct. Uniontown, they've just had an unbelievable run here the last 2.5 years, especially since we've been in the section. So yeah, it's a tough game. It's at Uniontown. We know that. So you have to have total focus for a game like this.
And you have a nice group of seniors as well. Lucas Garber, of course, gets a lot of press, 1,000-point score, and those kids want to go out with a win as well.
Yeah, this has been, this has been a group that I have coached, of course, for all 4 years in high school, and I'll actually coach them when they were younger. Did not coach them in middle school, but when they were coming up through the grade school ranks, etc. Yeah, and they're just a great group of guys to coach and to work with, and so yeah, it's we'd like to go out on a high note if we could.
Where's enrollment taking you guys next year?
We will drop down to AAA next year, so I'm not sure how that alignment will end up working out. Of course, in years past when we've been in the lower classification, it's typically been Washington, Charleroi, McGuffey. Schools of Brownsville, schools of that nature. So I would guess that that's probably how the section would align next year, but we'll just have to wait and see.
That should be an opportunity for you to be more competitive because the last time you played down, you actually qualified for the playoffs.
Yeah, my first year coaching, we made the playoffs. We were in that section with most of the teams I just described to you. And we made the playoffs. I think we finished third that year, so we got in. And, this jump, when you're jumping and for the first 2 years, we were the smallest team in the WPIAL in 4A. I think these last 2 years we've been the second smallest. So, it's not an excuse. It's just reality. And sometimes that happens. You end up being the smaller team in a larger classification, and maybe when we bump down, I think we're going to be more kind of in the middle of the pack with enrollment. So,
appreciate your time as always. Best of luck against Uniontown. Have a great off season. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it.
That's Waynesburg head coach Kirk King. Waynesburg at Uniontown. Boys high school basketball action here tonight on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Stay tuned. The starting lineups and the opening tip-off on the way next.
C. Harper Auto Group is the proud recipient of the 2019 Better Business Bureau of Western Pennsylvania Torch Awards for Ethics. Only one other auto dealership has ever received this award. C. Harper lives by 4 core values:
family, loyalty, integrity, charity.
Thank you to our employees and customers for making this award possible. Thank you to the Better Business Bureau for awarding C. Harper the Torch Award for Ethics.
Good times, great food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill, Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Family owned and operated, Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. Monday is wing night. Get $2 off per dozen, 5 p.m. to close. Enjoy $2 domestic drafts Monday through Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. and $9 domestic buckets all day Thursday. Make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill, Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call 724-438-9835 or visit Potter's on Facebook. See you at Potter's.
I'm attorney Bill Martin of Radcliffe Law. If you're injured in an accident and can't agree with the insurance company on a settlement, you may have to go to trial. You'll need an attorney that's familiar with the process. As a former assistant district attorney, I'm comfortable in a courtroom and have trial experience that not all attorneys do. Call me today to set up your free consultation at 724-439-3939. We're easily accessible in Uniontown and offer Saturday appointments. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
In month 1, they'll need love and compassion from friends. Month 4, love, compassion, and school clothes. Month 6, all those things and more. After you're gone, your family will need a lot, primarily an income. That's why Allstate offers monthly income term life insurance, which pays out each month, not once.
To learn more, contact Allstate agent Russ Playho at 724-439-9700.
Allstate monthly income term is a term life insurance policy issued by Allstate Assurance Company, Norfolk, Illinois, subject to availability and qualifications.
Lee's Plumbing and Excavating does residential and commercial indoor and outdoor plumbing, gas, electric, and water lines, paving, concrete, and excavation site work. Call 724-245-2950 Monday through Friday for your quote. Building a new home? Lee's does utility installation of water, gas, and sewage lines. They do maintenance work on all existing homes, too. Lee's Plumbing and Excavating would like to thank their customers for trusting them for the past 30 years. 724-245-2950 for Lee's Plumbing and Excavating.
Brian Rozak and Steve Suberk back here at Uniontown High School, about 3 minutes away from tipping it off tonight. Let's take a look at our starting laps. They're being brought to you by Southwestern Gastrointestinal Specialists in Uniontown. Problems with the digestive tract or no picnic? Get help today. Call SWGI in Uniontown at 724-437-7677. Here's Steve.
Okay, for the Red Raiders starting tonight at forward, a 6'3" senior, 6 points a game, number 5, Bryant Grady. At guard, a 6'1", senior, 14.7 a game, number 10, Jameer Richardson. At guard, a 5'10", senior, 8 points a game, number 12, Ray Bubba Robinson. At guard, a 6' senior, 18 a game, number 22, Billy DeShields. And at forward, a 6'4", senior, 13.1 a game, number 23, Isaiah Melvin. For Waynesburg, starting at guard, a 6'1", senior, 21 points a game, number 1, Lucas Garber. At guard, a 5'9", senior, 7 points a game, number 2, Caleb Shriver. At guard, a 6'5", senior, 10 points a game, number 4, Chris King. At guard, a 5'9", senior, 12 points a game, number 24, Richard Bortz. And at guard, a 6'1", senior, 6 points a game, number 34, Avery McConville.
We told you earlier during our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show that under Rob Kesmarski, the Waynesburg Raiders have never defeated Uniontown. Rob Kesmarski and the Red Raiders 11-0 all time. against Waynesburg in the Kaczmarski era here at Uniontown. Waynesburg, they'll miss out on the postseason for a fourth straight year. Last time they were in back in 2016 when they lost a preliminary round game against Shadyside Academy, but they will drop down next year, Steve, from 4A to 3A, and that should certainly help Waynesburg be more competitive.
Yeah, I would think so. Anytime you go down in class, you should be a little bit, smaller schools. Still pretty good competition, though, at certain places, but overall, generally, they should be able to be a little more competitive.
Taking a look at some other games around the region tonight, Connellsville at Fox Chapel, but they'll have their eyes on the Penn Trafford-Norwin game, needing a Penn Trafford win in that contest to keep their playoff hopes alive. Gateway at Albert Gallatin, Laurel Highlands at Greensburg-Salem. We'll have scoring updates of that contest for you throughout the course of the evening as well. Other Section 3 4A games tonight, Elizabeth Ford at Bell Vernon, Ringgold at South Park, down in 3A, Southmoreland's at Brownsville, down in 2A, California at Jeanette, and in single A around the county tonight, Bishop Canavan at Geibel. We're back with the opening tip-off right after this here on WMBS and on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Hi, Dr. Baker here from Baker Chiropractic. Wintertime is here again, and bad weather increases the chances of being in a car accident. Research has shown that speeds as low as 15 miles an hour can cause significant bodily injury. My staff and I at Baker Chiropractic have been caring for whiplash patients for over 20 years in the professional plazas on Easy Street across from Uniontown Hospital. If you're involved in an accident, don't wait. Call Baker Chiropractic at 437-3288, and we will evaluate your injuries and provide proper care that you need. That's Baker Chiropractic at 437-3288.
Uniontown City Police Chief Jason Cox would like to wish Uniontown head basketball coach Rob Kaczmarski and the Uniontown Red Raiders the best of luck during the 2019-2020 basketball season and in all their future endeavors. As the Uniontown City Police Chief, Jason Cox is happy to see the Uniontown student athletes working hard on and off the court. Go Red Raiders from Uniontown City Police Chief Jason Cox.
At Uniontown Hospital, we have recently expanded our radiology services to include multiple types of interventional radiology. With the use of high-resolution digital imaging, we can now offer area residents a faster, less invasive alternative to traditional surgery for many procedures, including biopsies, infusiports, aspirations, epidural steroid injections, joint injections, and many more. This new line of services offers our patients the chance to have significantly reduced recovery times and often results in less pain and trauma. And with a reduced cost compared to traditional surgeries, interventional radiology helps our patients afford the care they need. So if you need a surgical procedure, consider your community hospital, where we are always friends, neighbors, and family, caring for friends, neighbors, and family. Uniontown Hospital, making a healthy difference in the lives we touch.
C. Harper Auto Group is the proud recipient of the 2019 Better Business Bureau of Western Pennsylvania Torch Awards for Ethics. Only one other auto dealership has ever received this award. C. Harper lives by 4 core values:
family, loyalty, integrity, charity.
Thank you to our employees and customers for making this award possible. Thank you to the Better Business Bureau for awarding C. Harper the Torch Award for Ethics.
The new year has begun, and soon it'll be spring. Time to think about painting and redecorating. If you're looking for a professional painter or contracting service, call Perkins Painting and Contracting. With years of proven success in the tri-state area, Perkins Painting and Contracting is local and your solution for all your painting and contracting needs. Call 724-322-1285. 724-322-1285. Perkins Painting and Contracting, proud to sponsor the Red Raider Player of the Week.
Your local station, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS. Penn State Fayette basketball tomorrow night as they travel to Penn State New Kensington. We'll have the pregame show at 5:50. The women's game starts at 6, the men's game at 8 tomorrow night on your local station, WMBS. The WMBS Weather Watch, cloudy overnight with rain showers, low 33. Cloudy with a chance of rain showers tomorrow, high 40. Cloudy with rain showers tomorrow night, low 35. Cloudy with showers Thursday, high 52. Cloudy with snow showers possible Friday, high 35. The WMBS Weather Watch brought to you by Circle K. At Circle K, every cup of coffee is ground fresh. That means for a mouth-watering split second, Circle K coffee is actually truly the freshest in the world, starting at $1. Your local station, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS.
Good times, great food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill, Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Family owned and operated, Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. Monday is wing night. Get $2 off per dozen, 5 p.m. to close. Enjoy $2 domestic drafts Monday through Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. and $9 domestic buckets all day Thursday. Make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill, Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call 724-438-9835 or visit Potter's on Facebook. See you at Potter's.
Where can you go these days and have your gas pumped for you, your oil checked, and windshield cleaned? Joby's Gulf, that's where. Joby's Gulf at the corner of Fayette and Beeson Boulevard. Joby's Gulf is a fast, friendly, full-service gas station serving the Uniontown area for over 45 years. Joby's Gulf offers lockout services, general repairs, tire repair, a fenced-in storage lot, state inspection, Gulf products, and is a AAA 24-hour car and light truck towing service. Joby's Gulf, 724-438-0681.
Ensuring excellence since 1949. The Rittenhouse Insurance Agency offers both business and personal insurance to over 4,000 clients in the area. The Rittenhouse Insurance Agency continually reviews each client's insurance portfolio to assure they're receiving the most comprehensive coverage at the best rate going. It's no wonder why their clients keep their insurance with them for decades. The Rittenhouse Insurance Agency, Incorporated, 48 West Fayette Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-438-1700.
Brian Rozak, Steve Subrick back here at Uniontown High School. And see, they had a nice ceremony before the start of this game, honoring a lot of the junior high and grade school Uniontown basketball programs. And nice to see the support from the younger Red Raiders out there as well.
Yeah, it's good to see. They had some of the teams out there and the players, and nice to see those kids get recognized. And I like the fact that the Raider team, the whole team went down and kind of gave everybody a high five or knuckles what they do now, and they just kind of shook everybody's hand and acknowledged them. That was good for the young kids to kind of meet some of those players. That was nice.
And as much as some of the other Uniontown athletic programs have struggled over the years, there's been a level of consistency with the boys basketball team.
Well, let's face it, the basketball team is, none better in the WPIAL as far as section championships, right? So they
and wins.
And wins. So, that's one thing. You go around the state and I tell people when I talk to people, we bring up Uniontown basketball, let them know I do the games, and everybody knows of the tradition of Uniontown basketball. It's pretty cool.
Our live video feed tonight on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, in case you're listening on the radio side, looking for it out there. That will be the platform for the WPIAL playoff games involving Uniontown as well this year. The Red Raiders decked out in their home whites, maroon numbers, defending the basket to our right. The Waynesburg Raiders and their away reds with white numbers and a little silver trim. Kurt King in his 5th year as Waynesburg's head coach, Rob Kesmarski in his 18th year as Uniontown's head coach. Referees here tonight, Jeff Verb, Rob Fisher, and Mike O'Donnell. And we're just about ready to get this one underway. Steve, I know you didn't see the first matchup between these two teams, but Waynesburg really hung with Uniontown for about 3.5 quarters.
That's surprising, I got to tell you, especially looking at their record, but you just never know. And, of course, the Red Raiders coming off of, an overtime win against EF. You wonder if they can get their swagger back tonight. So hopefully they can play a good game and get ready for this stretch run.
Uniontown's actually played in 3 overtime games so far this year. They're 1-2 in the extra session. Chris King to jump for Waynesburg. Isaiah Melvin to jump for Uniontown as Jeff Verb steps into the center circle and get this final Section 3 4A game of the year underway tonight. And it's Waynesburg that controls the opening tap as King gets a little help there, sending it off to Lucas Garber. We mentioned Garber, 1,000-point score for Waynesburg, scored 22 against Uniontown earlier on this season. A little touch from King near side, Avery McConville. McConville back on the inside. We'll switch there with Richard Bortz, who really played well against Uniontown earlier on this year as well. Bortz netted 18 in that game. Inside again to Garber, a little pull-up jumper there coming up short and goes right to the Red Raiders' Jameer Richardson. Jameer back across over to Billy DeShields. 3 on the way, came up a little short, and underneath Caleb Shriver with the rebound.
Quick shot. Raiders get down. They don't even get set up. Couldn't even see if they were playing a zone or not. We shot that ball so fast.
Garber with it back on the other side. We've played 45 seconds, scoreless early on. Second possession of the game here for Waynesburg as Garber resets edge of the zone off to his right again to Caleb Shriver. Watched there by Billy. Little feed off to Richard Bortz. Back to Shriver again high on the right. Touch off there to McCodville. Take the long two from the near wing. It's on the way too strong. Nice little rebound there from Isaiah Melvin, who was also in double figures as far as rebounds were concerned on Friday against Elizabeth Forward, pulling down 15 boards in that game. Jameer has it up top, and he's going to be called here for a little carry.
Yep.
I know we didn't get much of that Waynesburg defense, Steve, but at a glance appeared to be more of a man-to-man than a zone.
Yeah, that's surprising. Everybody's playing a zone against us.
So Kirk King trying to mix things up a little bit here, and we'll see if they have success with that against Uniontown. Touch from Chris King back in the corner to Shriver, who drains the three. So Caleb Shriver, who had 8 against Uniontown earlier on this year, averages 7 points a game. 5'9" senior guard puts Waynesburg on the scoreboard first. They lead 3-0. 6:23 left here in the opening quarter. Billy DeShields almost lost it. Regains. Tried a little floater from just inside the foul line. It's no good. Scrum for the rebound, and it's Lucas Garber out of the pack with it here for Waynesburg. Fronted by Bubba. Pulls it back between the circles to Bortz. Floated in the corner to Shriver. Back again to Garber here on the near wing. Touch out to McCodville. Back to Garber. Jumper from the foul line. Rattling out there for Lucas, and Billy DeShields picks up the rebound there for Uniontown. Across to Jameer. Jameer jumper right of the lane. Off the mark there. Offensive rebound Isaiah Melvin. Resets to Billy, who drives inside. Floats it up and in. Billy DeShields. Uniontown's 5th all-time leading scorer came into the game with 1,260 career points as the Red Raiders back to within 1. Back in the corner. 3 there from Shriver. Again off the mark. Billy the rebound. Racing back here for Uniontown. Billy handing off to Jameer Richardson. Lost the handle. The ball touched out of bounds. We'll go back over to Waynesburg. Don't think Jameer was expecting that no-look pass. And a little timeout granted here for one of the Waynesburg players to tie their shoe. Thoughts here early on, Steve. 5:28 left in the first. Waynesburg a 1-point lead.
Well, I think it's been a slow start for both teams. And Red Raiders just haven't quite got their offense going yet.
Waynesburg breaks the press, resets up top again to Garber. Thought about the long three. We'll kick it back in the corner over to Chris King, who takes the three a bit too strong on the backside. Bryant Grady, another rebound there for Uniontown. We mentioned he's coming off a game where he had 19 rebounds against Elizabeth Forward on Friday night. Jameer will touch off to Grady, lost the handle. Picked off there by Richard Bortz. Bortz back through center. Trying to float it back on the inside. Jameer, a little partial block there to deflect it off to Bubba Robinson. Bubba racing back, try to kick it back in the corner to Billy. Touches it off on the wing to Jameer. Fires the three and connects. Jameer Richardson, nothing but net there. 5 unanswered for Uniontown. They're on top 5-3 in this quick moving first quarter. Chris King, a little lean and a miss there for Waynesburg. Uniontown another rebound. It's Bubba Robinson. 4:30 left here in the first. Uniontown a 2-point lead. Another pretty good crowd on hand here at Uniontown High School. Penultimate home game of the year for the Uniontown Red Raiders. Isaiah Melvin coming near baseline, putting it up and in. 7-0 run now for Uniontown. Lead at 7-3. 4:13 left here in the first. Garber coming back across, leaning and scoring on Grady. Lucas Garber, his first 2 of the game, 7-5. Greensburg-Salem off to a 6-0 lead over Laurel Highlands early on. That game being played at Greensburg-Salem. Golden Lions haven't won a conference game all year as Richardson drives. Gets fouled there by Chris King, the coach's son. A lot of seniors on this Waynesburg team as well. In fact, Steve, 10 senior starters tonight. How about that?
Wow.
5 on the Waynesburg side, 5 on the Uniontown side. We mentioned the final game of the year for Waynesburg. They won't play again after tonight. And Jameer Richardson connects on the first of 2 free throws. Jameer with 4. Uniontown on an 8-0 run. And that foul is on Chris King, his first team first. Second of 2 free throws, no good for Jameer as Chris King pulls down the rebound. Back to Garber and across on the far side, and Garber fouled coming back through center. Coach K didn't like that call. Your thoughts on that one, Steve? I know we didn't have a very good view of it.
It's across the court. Couldn't see it, but just looked like pretty good D there from DeShields, but
so Billy's first on Uniontown. Richard Bortz back across here for Waynesburg. Bortz lost the dribble, pulls it back to Chris King, back to Richard again in traffic. Scoop shot off the mark there. Grady the rebound. 3-point lead for Uniontown at 8-5. Jameer, far side, Bubba. Bubba float one up and in. Bubba Robinson, a 10-5 lead for Uniontown. Richard Bortz back through center. Try to set it off to Garber, intercepted by Jameer, forward to Billy, and Billy tried a little alley-oop slam, actually threw it off the glass, and Melvin sent it in. Good communication there, and that'll draw a timeout from the Waynesburg bench. 12-5 Uniontown, 3:11 left here in the first. We're back at 60 for the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Is the proud recipient of the 2019 Better Business Bureau of Western Pennsylvania Torch Awards for Ethics. Only one other auto dealership has ever received this award. C. Harper lives by 4 core values:
family, loyalty, integrity, charity.
Thank you to our employees and customers for making this award possible. Thank you to the Better Business Bureau for awarding C. Harper the Torch Award for Ethics.
If you're shooting for a new home for your growing family or an open floor plan is scoring points with you, then completing a mortgage pre-qualification or applying for a mortgage loan in person or online at firstfederalofgreen.com is a slam dunk. You can count on First Federal for an assist. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, voted one of the best mortgage lenders and given a 5-star bank award by Bauer Financial. NMLS 458729, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
As we come back, Uniontown another steal, and it's finished off again by Isaiah Melvin. This time Melvin laying it up and in. He has 6, and Uniontown lead now at 9 at 14:05. Red Raiders look a little more polished tonight, Steve.
Yep.
McConville back to Richard Bortz, far side to Garber. Of course, I had the flu bug last week, and a lot of the Red Raiders have had it as well, including Uniontown's head coach Rob Kesmarski, who was under the weather when we talked to him yesterday. Here's Billy DeShields on the inside, getting fouled underneath. And that one will go on Chris King. That'll be Chris's second personal foul, Steve. The 2 fouls on the Waynesburg side, and both on Chris King.
Let's see who they call it on, yes.
Now send Billy DeShields to the foul line. You mentioned free throws have been an area of concern for Billy. His numbers now down to 55% for the season, 61 of 111. First of 2 here on the way and good for Billy DeShields, and that's a positive sign, and hopefully that trend continues. 15-5, the Uniontown lead at 10. 2:27 left here in the first.
Interesting, they take Shriver out of the game and leave King in with his 2 fouls.
Rolling the dice a little bit. Second of 2 free throws, no good for Billy DeShields. So Billy hits 1 of 2. King the rebound. Of course, they don't want to give up King's size on the inside as well, Steve, at 6'5". Waynesburg trying to keep themselves in the game, and that's not going to help the cause. High pass there from Bortz, trying to send it down the blocks to McConville. Goes high and out of bounds.
McConville
Back over
was
to Uniontown.
sneaking over there, and then he stopped, and then Bortz, for some reason, still threw the pass, and I don't know what he was looking at.
Here's Jameer, a little hop step, and a foul called before the shot. It'll be on the floor.
It's going to be Gabe McConville. Just checked in for Shriver.
6-foot junior guard. Red Raiders send it in to Melvin, up top to Bubba. Switches here with Billy DeShields right of the lane. His double team kept alive to Robinson, who floats it up and in. Ray Bubba Robinson with 4. He's picked up his game, Steve, over the last couple of weeks. Had a solid performance on Friday. And that overtime win over Elizabeth Forward, 17-5 down low. Scored there for Chris King in. No, check that. That was Garber in traffic. I was screened a little bit. Garber with 4. 17-7. The Uniontown lead at 10. Keandre DeShields just checked in. Gets a quick 2. The Uniontown freshman averages 8.4 points a game. 19-7 Uniontown. 1:25 left here in the first. Richard Bortz right of the lane, trying to work here on Keandre. And the foul will get called on Keandre. His first, team second. That'll send Richard Bortz to the foul line. 5'9" guard, looking for his first points of the night. Came in averaging 12 points and 6 assists per game. Mentioned he had 18 against Uniontown last month. First of 2 free throws good here for Richard. 2 more regular season games left for Uniontown after tonight. Both in town. They'll host Greensburg-Salem. It'll be senior night on Friday. And then Monday, the Uniontown game at Laurel Highlands. Second of 2 meetings between the Mustangs and the Red Raiders as Bortz makes the second free throw. I think they sold out on the allotment of tickets today, Steve. They had a few left, put them on sale, and I think they were gone pretty quickly. DeAndre up top. No look pass down to DeMar Lewis. We were pretty high on Lewis, Steve, a week ago Sunday when he got some minutes against Ambridge and a solid drive there. And usually he makes an impact anytime he gets an opportunity in a game.
Yeah, this could be a foul, a missed shot by Hankins.
Hankins just checked in. He did not score against Uniontown last month. Did have a big game against Laurel Highlands when Waynesburg played the Mustangs back in January. It was in double figures for that contest. 21-9, Uniontown in the lead here. 48 seconds left in the first. Bubba far wing, another high arcing three, too strong. Scrum for the rebound as we play on it. Keandre DeShields keeping it alive. Keandre on the near baseline, pressure there by Henkins, deflects it off to King, and now Lucas Garber. Garber across on the far side. Garber running back, putting it off the glass and in. 6.
That was. Is that Garber?
Yeah, it was Garber.
Okay.
Number 1 in traffic. He has 6, 21-11. 10-point lead for Uniontown. Keandre floating it back to Jameer. Jameer shot off the mark there. Lewis going for the rebound, can't find it. Back to the freshman Keandre again. Another miss there on a 3. And Garber another rebound, needs to hurry, down to 2, down to 1, and Garber unable to get a shot away. So after 1 quarter of basketball, it's Uniontown 21, Waynesburg 11. We're back with the second and 60 seconds here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Would you like to have this pharmacy experience? You pull up, walk a short distance to the counter, wait a very short time for your prescription, ask questions, and still pay the same copay as you would at a large chain store. Experience this at Peachin Pharmacy, inside Peachin Market in downtown Connellsville. They also offer the lowest cost available, free prescription delivery, and an app to manage your prescriptions. Visit Peachin Pharmacy or online at peachinpharmacy.com.
How far would you go to find some of the most advanced physical, occupational, and speech therapy? You won't have to go far when you choose UPMC Centers for Rehab Services in Uniontown on Wayland Smith Drive. Jim Burns, a lifelong Fayette County resident, and his staff have been serving Uniontown and the surrounding communities for over 20 years, providing physical, occupational, speech, hand, balance, and neurological rehabilitation. You can schedule an appointment by direct access or with a physician referral by calling UPMC Centers for Rehab Services Uniontown at 724-437-7500.
Ryan Rozak, Steve Suprick back here at Uniontown High School tonight. The Uniontown Red Raiders a 21-11 lead over the Waynesburg Raiders. Uniontown being paced so far by Isaiah Melvin, who has 6. Lucas Garber has 6 of Waynesburg's 11 so far. Your thoughts after 1 quarter here, Steve?
Well, I think obviously Waynesburg's not nearly as good of a team, and the Red Raiders are, playing pretty well so far.
How about Melvin hitting his 7th 3 of the year from up top? Melvin now with 9, and the Uniontown lead now at 13 at 24-11. Lucas Garber looking for Schreiber right through his hands and out of bounds. Greensburg-Salem, Steve, up 19-4 over Laurel Highlands after 1. What's happening to the Mustangs tonight on the road?
Well, they only have 4 points in the first quarter. That's not going to get it done.
Of course, they have not played since they defeated Uniontown here in overtime as Robinson hits a 3. So Ray Bubba Robinson now with 7. A lot of early candidates for this week's Perkins Painting Red Raider Player of the Week. Lead at 16. And, of course, Uniontown will see Greensburg-Salem on Friday. Another steal. Richardson coming back. Just kind of had that ball pinned around his leg and couldn't get the shot away and called for the travel. Again, we're on the air Friday at 7 o'clock with our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. Opening tip set for 7:30. We'll have another video stream either through the Triple Live High School Sports Network or on Facebook. Missed down low there from Bortz. Uniontown the rebound. Robinson off to Billy DeShields. Back in the corner to Jameer. Jameer floating it up and in. Jameer Richardson now with 6. 29-11. Uniontown lead at 18. Shriver resetting up top to Garber. Fronted there by Billy DeShields. Garber, jumper left of the lane, good. Lucas Garber. First points of the quarter there, Steve, for Waynesburg. 29-13 Uniontown. 6:23 left before halftime. Bubba Robinson up top. Billy DeShields now touching it off there to Jameer. It was funny, Steve, a couple of weeks ago we were saying, boy, Uniontown needs a close game, and after the last stretch of close games they've had, I think they kind of feel good to be in control of a contest this early into the game. Billy DeShields make there. He has 5, 31-13 Uniontown.
And they should be. I mean, let's face it, they're 2-7 in conference play. We haven't lost a conference game in 2 years, so, you know, you really, if it was close, you'd be disappointed right now. But the Red Raiders are taking care of business, and that's really all you can ask of them.
So and Garber fouled there by Melvin. Isaiah's first, team third.
The Red Raiders just playing. It's like kind of a workmanlike effort so far, and they're playing pretty well.
Garber makes his first of 2 free throws, and the seeding, Steve, coming out next Tuesday is going to be very interesting. Of course, you're likely going to have a Uniontown team here undefeated in conference play. We talked off the air as Garber makes the second free throw. That Uniontown-Laurel Highlands game next Monday will not factor in to the playoff seeding at all, since it's being played after the committee's originally meeting. And you kind of wonder, as Grady gets that feet underneath and gets fouled, what's the committee going to do about Section 2 and 4A? You have Blackhawk at 8-2 in the conference. They're 8-9 overall. They've lost all 7 of their non-conference games, but they're leading the conference. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Then you have Quaker Valley, Newcastle, and Ambridge all entering play today, a game back at 7-3. And Central Valley is still mathematically alive at 5-5. They take on Newcastle tonight and need a win to stay in the playoff hunt as Grady makes the first of 2 free throws. Then, of course, Highlands and Knock, the 2 powerhouses out of the third conference, and they split the season series. Second of 2 free throws, good again there for Brian Grady. So I think you have 7.
1 or 2 seed this year, you'll never get one.
Correct. I think you have 7, and if you throw Bell Vernon into the mix, 8 teams. That wouldn't shock me if they make a run to the WPIAL finals.
If they're seated anywhere higher than 2, like 3 or worse, then you just know they're just not giving the whole conference any respect. Not just against the Red Raiders, but they're basically
the conference on a whole.
Yeah.
Melvin in the corner for 3. Came up short. Tried to follow it up and sky too high. Chris King coming back, trying to go coast to coast. Had it poked away. Grady finds it. Off to Billy DeShields. Try to fire it down to Jameer. Saved there by McConville. Touched off to Garber and back across the boards. Off to Garber again. Far wing for 3. Boy, Waynesburg needed that as Garber drains it. Garber now 7 here in the second. 13 for the game. But Uniontown still a comfortable 15-point lead at 33-18. 4:55 left before halftime. Jameer driving. Scoop shot no good, but he's fouled in the process. 2 free throws upcoming for Jameer Richardson. Reminder for you local basketball fans, we'll have Penn State Fayette basketball for you on WMBS tomorrow. Tony Hanola is going to join me for that one as the Roaring Lions travel to take on Penn State New Kensington. Women's game at 6, men's game at 8 o'clock. As Jameer misses on the first of 2 free throw attempts. And Steve, big news regarding the USCAA that broke earlier on in the week. We found out that this year will be the final year that the USCAA tournament will be held in Fayette County. They're moving down to Virginia next year.
Yeah.
Jameer made the second
all
free
those
throw.
years, and that's the thanks they get.
12 straight years that the tournament's been hosted here at Penn State Fayette. I guess they have a rather new complex just south of Richmond, and that's where things are heading for the next 2 years. Official announcement coming up around 3 o'clock tomorrow. Red Raiders been out of control there. Ball goes out of bounds and back over to Waynesburg. We will miss, though, the tournament coming here every March. Always fun to see the old crew out there from the USCAA, and we've developed a lot of nice relationships with a lot of the staff out there at Penn State Fayette. And of course, we'll still be out at Fayette for all the local games, just won't have that annual tournament. But of course, we'll be there this March for the final rendezvous after 12 years here in Fayette County as Shriver misses on a jumper there, and Jameer Richardson the rebound. Off to Billy DeShields. Kick in the corner to Bubba, back up top again to Jameer. 4:09 left before halftime. Uniontown in the lead at 34-18. Jameer out in front. Gets it to go.
And none of us will ever forget the near miss of a national championship that Mookie John led those kids to.
Probably 5-6 years ago already.
Yeah.
Game against Warren Wilson College. Has to rank up there as far as one of the...
We had the lead in the second half, didn't we?
One of the most exciting games we've called over the years. I know you like to go out there for the food every year, too.
Yeah. Stonehouse always would cater.
I was talking about the food at the scores table, too.
Yeah,
you get.
yeah.
Buddy Dave Ryder takes care of you every.
Tom say.
Those Toms or Dave's out there?
Tom had the cinnamon rolls, and Dave had the. His wife makes the cake in a jar. You
Okay,
like
yeah,
those?
I do. I like both of them actually.
You're a big fan of the cinnamon, aren't you?
Yep. Here's Jameer getting the basket to go and one. Anything with cinnamon on it, I'll take it. Even cinnamon popka.
Yeah.
So Jameer the basket in one. Red Raiders now a 20-point lead. And 38-18 over Waynesburg. 3:38 left before halftime.
The only thing I think you like better than cinnamon is a Chick-fil-A sandwich.
You know what's funny, and I have to bring this up, the new arena that they're actually hosting the USCA tournament at for the next 2 years, guess what they have on the inside?
Chick-fil-A.
They do. They actually have a Chick-fil-A inside that building as Richardson makes the free throw there to cap off the three-point play. He has 8 in the second and 12 for the game. 39-18 Uniontown. 3:30 left before halftime. There might be basket interference on Richardson. It is. Count the 2 there for Chase Henkins. First 2 off the bench for Henkins. Reminder coming up at halftime. Our halftime show brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. We'll work Davis with Davis. Halftime coaching interview with Uniontown assistant Ware Gladman and stats courtesy of Peachin's Pharmacy. Keandre DeShields for 3. Come up a little short there. Henkins the rebound. 39-20, a 19-point lead for Uniontown. Waynesburg with the basketball. Shriver touches it off McConville. Back to Bortz. Had deflected away in the lane. It will stay with Waynesburg here in the Uniontown zone. Of course, Nick Barczyk back at our Uniontown Hospital studio.
Chris King screaming at the officials. He's won a few calls, not getting them.
And Kirk King,
sorry.
Waynesburg head coach. Of course, Chris, his son, senior player. Missed 3 there for Waynesburg. Melvin another rebound. Off to Billy DeShields. Red Raiders do look a lot more relaxed here tonight, and Billy draws a foul there. And Kirk doesn't like that call either.
No.
He's used to fighting justice, Steve. He's a practicing attorney in Greene County.
Second foul on Hankins. No, they charged that one to Bortz, sorry.
Only his first. 2 free throws here for, now check that, 1 and 1 for Billy DeShields, makes the front end. He has 6 tonight, 2 of 3 from the foul line. Now Billy for his second of 2. Ball on the way and good for Billy DeShields.
Well, if anything, DeShields 3 of 4 from the line. He's
good sign.
Maybe finding a little bit of a stroke back.
41-20. 21-point lead for Uniontown. 2:40 left before halftime. Another turnover there from Gabe McConville. Red Raiders get it back. But so far, Steve, promising out of the Uniontown side. Their game seems a lot more crisp than what it's looked over the last 2 weeks. I think one of the highlight games for Uniontown this year, the first half performance against Connellsville. Remember that dominating effort?
Yeah.
They had total control of that game. That was the last game, I think you can say. They looked fully sharp. Keandre just right of the foul line, missing there. Richard Bortz the rebound. Looking strong here tonight as well. On the baseline in traffic, Garber getting another one to go. So Garber single-handedly trying to keep Waynesburg in this game. He has 15.
Mustangs down 32-16 with 2 minutes left in the second quarter.
They're in a lot of trouble there against Greensburg-Salem as Richardson misses on a 3, but a nice save from Billy. Keeps it alive to Keandre, back to Bubba. He goes high off the glass on that 3, but another offensive board, Jameer. Sends it down the baseline again to Billy, working the blocks in traffic, and it's swatted there by King. Working it off the glass, Billy gets it back and puts it up and in. So the Red Raiders looking strong there down on the blocks. Billy 6 here in the second, 9 for the game, 43-22 Uniontown. 1:30 left before halftime. Chris King switching up top with Shriver. Back to Chris King coming free underneath. Putting it up and in for his first 2 of the game. 43-24 Uniontown. This game kind of has a relaxed feel now to it,
Yeah,
Steve,
I was
on
just
both
going to
sides.
say that. It almost feels like a scrimmage game, doesn't it?
Jameer losing it out of bounds. Defense just not as tight on either side right now. Only had, I guess, 3 fouls called on Uniontown. 8 have been posted against Waynesburg. Maybe one of the reasons Coach King's a little upset.
Kurt King is a little upset with the officials, but
sometimes those fouls deserved.
Down 43-24. It's a little more than just the fouls.
No, they wanted to end on a high note. Not playing again after tonight. Gabe McConville, almost a turnover there, able to regain. High pass back to Bortz, intercepted Jameer. Look out, this could be showtime again. And Jameer, too much mustard on that slam dunk attempt.
Coach K not happy.
He's going to slam him, you got to make him. I think Jameer's missed his last 3 dunks going back over the last couple of games. Melvin's nailed in a few, but Jameer, he's missed a few in a row, Steve.
First time we saw Coach really scold anyone all year, and you know, you're up 43-24. I think he's had other opportunities. Probably he could have done that, but you know, he's trying to make a point, I guess.
He did take Billy out, though, after a similar situation in the Elizabeth Forward game, after he got a steal and then missed on a dunk coming back. And kind of said the same thing to him. Final 30 seconds of the second quarter. 19-point lead. Keandre up top, 3 on the way. Off the mark. Richard Bortz a rebound there. Coming forward to Avery McConville. Switches back with Garber. Touch foul called there. I think Kirk said finally.
Bubba Robinson.
On the floor, so non-shooting. Shriver will work it back in. 13 seconds left before halftime. Shriver into Bortz. Bortz floater from the foul line, good. Richard Bortz. His first field goal of the game. He has 5 seconds left before halftime. Billy needs to go. He'll drive, put it off the glass, no good. Shriver the rebound, and that'll do it. So your halftime score, 43-26. Uniontown over Waynesburg. We'll get a quick Davis & Davis halftime coaching interview with Uniontown assistant Ware Gladman, brought to you by Davis & Davis, attorneys at law, helping local people with their legal matters since 1976. We'll also let you know that our halftime show is brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. As Coach Gladman makes his way over to our broadcast location. And we'll catch up with Ware tonight. Here you go, Coach. We thought this was probably your most complete first half in maybe the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, bounce back. We look pretty good. We look a little well rested. Much improved on our defensive stance and especially our quickness, just getting down the floor. But we're still a little bit careless with the ball, easy unforced turnovers.
Yeah, Coach. Seems like the kids have responded well after kind of I don't know if you would agree. We thought it was a sluggish performance against Elizabeth Ford, but you still got out of there with a win. A win's a win. But you bounced back tonight. The kids played really kind of a workmanlike fashion, but they really built a big lead, and it's pretty comfortable here at the half.
Yeah, call it what you want to call it, tell you the truth. These teams are tough, and like you said, any given night, these teams are coming at us. Because it's Uniontown basketball, and teams get up to play against Uniontown at our place, tell you the truth, and we just got to defend that right.
You just never know what to expect. Of course, you'll have Greensburg-Salem on Friday. They're actually up 32-16 on Laurel Highlands
and
right now.
We've been keeping up on Greensburg-Salem, and that's a team that's very decisive, or I should deceivingly very good. Their record doesn't show how good they are, to tell you the truth. But like I said, us as Uniontown basketball team, we have to be on guard. We have to come prepared and ready to play.
Coach, appreciate your time talking after the game. It's Uniontown assistant Ware Gladman. Again, Uniontown up 43-26 here on Waynesburg. We're back with the first half stats in just a moment here on WMBS and on the Triple I High School Sports Network.
Jim Davis and his team are incredible. When I was hurt in an accident in 2015, they guided me every step of the way. They were dedicated, honest, and trustworthy. I highly recommend Jim Davis and his team.
Davis & Davis, personal injury and workers' comp.
We at Davis & Davis are humbled by what our clients have to say about us. If you've been injured at work, call me, Jim Davis, for a free consultation. We've been helping injured people for over 40 years. Call 724-437-2799.
C. Harper Auto Group is the proud recipient of the 2019 Better Business Bureau of Western Pennsylvania Torch Awards for Ethics. Only one other auto dealership has ever received this award. C. Harper lives by 4 core values:
family, loyalty, integrity, charity.
Thank you to our employees and customers for making this award possible. Thank you to the Better Business Bureau for awarding C. Harper the Torch Award for Ethics.
Ensuring excellence since 1949, the Rittenhouse Insurance Agency offers both business and personal insurance to over 4,000 clients in the area. The Rittenhouse Insurance Agency continually reviews each client's insurance portfolio to assure they're receiving the most comprehensive coverage at the best rate going. It's no wonder why their clients keep their insurance with them for decades. The Rittenhouse Insurance Agency, Incorporated, 48 West Fayette Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-438-1700.
Hi, Dr. Baker here from Baker Chiropractic. Wintertime is here again, and bad weather increases the chances of being in a car accident. Research has shown that speeds as low as 15 miles an hour can cause significant bodily injury. My staff and I at Baker Chiropractic have been caring for whiplash patients for over 20 years in the professional plazas on Easy Street across from Uniontown Hospital. If you're involved in an accident, don't wait. Call Baker Chiropractic at 437-3288, and we will evaluate your injuries and provide proper care that you need. That's Baker Chiropractic at 437-3288.
At Uniontown Hospital, we have recently expanded our radiology services to include multiple types of interventional radiology. With the use of high-resolution digital imaging, we can now offer area residents a faster, less invasive alternative to traditional surgery for many procedures, including biopsy, infusive ports, aspiration, epidural steroid injections, joint injections, and many more. This new line of services offers our patients the chance to have significantly reduced recovery times and often results in less pain and trauma. And with a reduced cost compared to traditional surgeries, interventional radiology helps our patients afford the care they need. So if you need a surgical procedure, consider your community hospital, where we are always friends, neighbors, and family, caring for friends, neighbors, and family. Uniontown Hospital, making a healthy difference in the lives we touch.
Brian Morozak, Steve Suberg back here at Uniontown High School, 43-26. Uniontown in the lead over Waynesburg. Again, our halftime show brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Steve, is your halftime stats. They're brought to you by Peachin's Pharmacy. Peachin's Pharmacy, a new location. They've moved to downtown Connellsville, the downtown Peachin Market. Same hours and free prescription delivery at Peachin's Pharmacy. Steve?
Okay, for Waynesburg, Caleb Shriver hit that opening three, and that's it for him. He has 3 points. Chris King with just 2. Chase Hankins off the bench with 2. Richard Bortz with 4. And Lucas Garber leads the way with 15. They scored 11 in the first, 15 in the second, 26 at the half. For the Red Raiders, Keandre DeShields with 2 points. DeMar Lewis with 2. Grady with 2. Jameer Richardson has 12. Ray Robinson with 7. Billy DeShields with 9. And Isaiah Melvin with 9. They scored 21 in the first, 22 in the second, for a 43-26 halftime lead.
A couple of other scores from around the WPIAL. Laurel Highlands fighting back against Greensburg-Salem. It's Greensburg-Salem 32, Laurel Highlands 23 at the break. And Bell Vernon a 1-point lead now at halftime over Elizabeth 4. That's been a back-and-forth game. Leopards 33 and the Warriors 32. We're back with the second half right after this, 43-26. Uniontown in the lead over Waynesburg. Second half comes your way next here on WMBS and on the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
How much money do you think you'll spend during your lifetime? Think about it. There's food and clothing, mortgage or rent, the fortune you'll spend on the kids. There's eating out, going to the movies. Don't forget the popcorn. There are things you want to buy and things you have to buy. Things for the house and, of course, taxes. In the end, it all adds up to a lot of money. Now, with all of that, Donegal Insurance Group asks, why would you spend more than you have to on auto insurance? You see, Donegal's rates routinely beat the national companies, those fast-talking 1-800 insurance guys and the internet companies. So wouldn't you rather spend more of your money on you instead of car insurance? After all, life's expensive enough. Donegal, there when it matters most.
To see how you can save money on your auto and homeowners insurance, call the Sprouse Insurance Group at 724-437-9812. As an independent insurance agency, the Sprouse Insurance Group will help you get the best possible coverage to fit your insurance needs. The Sprouse Insurance Group, serving Uniontown for over 50 years.
With all the recent changes in both healthcare and healthcare providers, you can trust Southwestern Gastrointestinal Specialists and Doctors Ruth Hart, Calabrese, Stokes, and Hoppy, and Southwestern Endoscopy Center, celebrating 30 years serving the people of Southwestern Pennsylvania with the experience, compassion, and exceptional care you deserve. For an appointment, call 724-437-7677. SWGI and Southwestern Endoscopy Center, the area's only freestanding endoscopy facility in the Cherry Tree Medical Plaza, Uniontown. When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is also buying deer hides. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday from 9 till 5 and Saturdays 8 till noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus, Rags, or Tater a call at 724-439-3228 for Cherokee Recycling. Recycling makes the most sense.
C. Harper Auto Group is the proud recipient of the 2019 Better Business Bureau of Western Pennsylvania Torch Awards for Ethics. Only one other auto dealership has ever received this award. C. Harper lives by 4 core values:
family, loyalty, integrity, charity.
Thank you to our employees and customers for making this award possible. Thank you to the Better Business Bureau for awarding C. Harper the Torch Award for Ethics.
Are you suffering from aches and pains? Everyday pain shouldn't be your normal. Recover from pain or an injury through the power of physical therapy at NovaCare Rehabilitation. As a proud supporter of the Uniontown Red Raiders and Albert Gallatin Colonial, NovaCare's renowned team and clinical expertise provides the best individualized care and customer service. With a location in Uniontown that now offers aquatic therapy at the Uniontown YMCA. Call 724-437-0556 today to schedule a complimentary consultation. The Red Raiders and Colonials choose NovaCare. So can you.
Brian Rozak, Steve Supert back here at Uniontown High School. Red Raiders a 43-26 lead over the Waynesburg Raiders. Have to say hello, Steve, to our good buddy Phil Michael. He says he's actually watching us at home on a smart TV tonight. He said crystal clear picture in HD.
Wow.
Gotta love it.
Wow. Must have one of those smart TVs.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Waynesburg with the basketballs. The third quarter gets underway.
I got one, but I can't figure it out.
Come over and help you out.
I got to have my kids come home, figure that out.
There's Garber right in the lane, can't get it to go. Look at Garber, Steve. What an impressive career he's had here at Waynesburg. Came in averaging 21 points a game. We mentioned he went over 1,000 career points earlier on this season. Waynesburg scored 26 tonight. He has 15 of the 26, an opportunity to add to it here at the foul line as Bubba Robinson just picked up his third personal foul for Uniontown.
Yeah, closer game. That would have been that could be a problem, but a 43-27 lead, I don't think there's too much cause for concern there.
16 for Garber after he made his first, second on the way. No good. Melvin, another rebound. Melvin and Grady have been so dominant on the glass again tonight for Uniontown. We mentioned both had double-figure rebounds on Friday, and Grady getting a feed here, showing he can get it done on the offensive side as well. First field goal of the night for Grady. Made 2 free throws earlier. He has 4. 45-27 Uniontown. Waynesburg fighting down low. Miss there from Garber. Schreiber keeping it alive here on the near wing. Back between the circles to Richard Bortz. Far side to Chris King. Fires a pass down low to Avery McConville. Hands off out in front again to Garber, who got fouled there out in front by Isaiah Melvin.
Should be the second on Melvin, and Garber going into the paint trying to attack the basket, and he's getting to the foul line.
Be 2 free throws here again for Garber. First of 2 good. Garber 4 of 5 at the foul line in this game, now 17 points.
Anytime you're behind like they are, you can score points when the clock is stopped. That's a good thing.
Garber second on the way and good again. So Garber getting some points here at the free throw line here in the third quarter. Now has 18 for the game. Uniontown's lead, though, still at 16 at 45-29. 7:09 left here in the third quarter. Billy DeShields back in the corner to Keandre. A little ball fake. Try to throw it back to Billy. Threw it behind him, and that's a backcourt violation. And Waynesburg will get it back. Steve, we also have to thank Uniontown Athletic Director Aaron Scott. He's helped us out all season long, taking care of us with prime location here at center court, phone line.
Got your own
nice
parking
table.
spot out there?
Yes. Does a great job here at Uniontown.
VIP parking spot he gave you.
Yes. Appreciate that. We're carrying in all the equipment. Richard Bortz off to Shriver. Back in the corner, 3 on the way. Chris King, and they're going to say long 2. Foot was on the line. Long 2 for Chris King. So he has 4, and Waynesburg trying to hang around, Steve. They're back to within 14 at 45-31 with 6:38 left here in the third.
And they're going to a zone, and
see how the Red Raiders respond. Keandre DeShields for 3, a miss there. Offensive rebound, Jameer Richardson got fouled there by Bortz.
Hey, Bortz knocked that ball off of Richardson's knee, and it went out of bounds, but he got called for the foul.
Second on Bortz. First team foul of the second half on Waynesburg. Billy DeShields to trigger it in left of the basket. Send it in high on the right here to Bubba. Works back between the circles. Watch there by Bortz. Pulls it off to Billy again. Here in the near wing. Cross court far side again to Robinson. Robinson floats one from the far elbow off the mark. And Shriver the rebound there for Waynesburg. Off to Richard Bortz. Across to Garber. Fronted there by Isaiah Melvin. Back up top again to Bortz. Little ball fake. Works right of the lane. Puts it high off the glass. No good. Fight for the rebound. Waynesburg keeps it alive. And Chris King scores on the putback. 6 for King. Waynesburg back to within 12 of Uniontown at 45-33. 5:50 left here in the third. Uniontown just 2 points so far here in the third quarter. That was a basket from Grady. They've been outscored 7-2 here in the quarter. Jameer down low to Grady again. And the feed there a little bit off, and Uniontown's going to take a timeout. So Waynesburg fighting back. Uniontown 45, Waynesburg 33, 5:38 left here in the third. We're back in 60 here in the C.R. Barada Group High School Sports Night.
When it comes to protecting all your stuff, wouldn't it be great to have one place that protects it all? Here's some good news. Uniontown Allstate agent Russ Flaho is the only insurance agent you need to help keep tabs on protection for all your stuff. Everything from your home, car, and boat to your motorcycle, snowmobile, and ATV. Stop by Allstate agent Russ Flaho's office today on Lebanon Avenue. Are you in good hands? Subject to terms, conditions, availability, Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company and affiliates.
I'm attorney Bill Martin of Radcliffe Law. If you're injured in an accident and can't agree with the insurance company on a settlement, you may have to go to trial. You'll need an attorney that's familiar with the process. As a former assistant district attorney, I'm comfortable in a courtroom and have trial experience that not all attorneys do. Call me today to set up your free consultation at 724-439-3939. We're easily accessible in Uniontown and offer Saturday appointments. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
Garber had it blocked there for Waynesburg. Uniontown with it back. Billy DeShields launching the 3, came up short. Melvin on the backside looking for the rebound, can't find it. And it's Bortz out of the pack with it for Waynesburg. Richard Bortz back through center. Pulls it off on the wing. 3 on the way. Garber good. Lucas Garber, Steve. 6 here in the third. 21 for the game. And the Waynesburg Raiders have cut the Uniontown lead now to single digits at 45-36. Nice little third quarter comeback for Kirk King's squad. Billy DeShields trying to answer back off the mark there on a 3. King had the rebound, threw it right back to Melvin, who missed on a little floater left of the lane, and Waynesburg another rebound. Bortz off to Shriver, forward to Chris King. Chris down low, got a little bit too deep. Couldn't get the shot to go around Grady, and Grady with a rebound. Off to Billy and across. Billy DeShields driving back, putting it up and in. Big make there for Uniontown. Red Raiders needed that one. On their second bucket of the third quarter. 47-36 Uniontown. Foul called here down low. Who's this going on, Steve?
Melvin, I believe.
That's his third.
Yeah.
Team third of the second half, non-shooting. So Shriver will trigger it in. He'll send it in to Richard Bortz. Bortz out in front, got blocked there by Grady, deflected right off to Avery McConville, who says thank you very much, puts it up and in for his first 2 of the game. And once again, Waynesburg has the Uniontown lead down to 9 again at 47-38 midway through this third quarter. Jameer Richardson up top, pulls off to Billy here on the far wing. Billy back between the circles.
Back in a zone and
proving effective. Billy long 2, little contact, and they're going to get King for the foul. I think Chris thought Billy more leaned into him. It'll be the third personal on Chris King.
Well, he might have, but that was a smart move by Billy to lean in there and create the contact.
2 free throws here for Billy DeShields.
Never going to get the offensive foul there, and if anything, he gets a foul. Falls down and it gets the foul, and he gets to the lane and makes the first free throw. So that's a good sign.
Billy now 4 of 5 from the foul line. 48-38 Uniontown. Another big game for a playoff spot out of 5A. Gateway a 32-28 lead over Albert Gallatin at halftime as DeShields makes another free throw. It's now 5 of 6 at the foul line for Billy DeShields. Uniontown's lead back up to 11 and a steal here from Jameer. 2-on-2 coming back. Jameer racing back, goes coast to coast. Couldn't get it to drop it. Melvin right there to clean it up with a little tip in. Melvin with 11. Lead back up to 13 at 51-38. Board's nice little move around Richardson. Fights inside. Initiated the contact on Grady. Didn't get the foul, but did get the 2. And Kirk King's going to take another timeout. So Board's now with 6, 51-40. Uniontown's lead at 11. 3:22 left here in the third. We're back in 60 here on the C.R. Barada Group High School Sports Night.
Visit Route 21 Furniture on Route 21 in McClellantown for all your furniture needs. Route 21 Furniture has one of the largest showrooms in the area with great prices and the greatest selection of furniture around. You'll be sure to find your new sofa and recliner, mattress and bedroom suite, dining room table, and more at Route 21 Furniture. 12 months same as cash financing available, and as always, free delivery. Take a look at the showrooms online at Route21FurnitureOnline.com or see for yourself. Route 21 Furniture is open Monday through Friday 9 to 8, Saturday 10 to 5, and Sunday 12 to 4. Call Route 21 Furniture at 724-737-2222. Route 21 Furniture for all your furniture needs.
Route 21 Furniture, if you want value. Route 21 Furniture, if you want style. Route 21 Furniture, if you want comfort and good old-fashioned service, going the extra mile. Route 21 Furniture, take the road to your perfect home.
Waynesburg trying to hang around tonight. Uniontown leading by 11 at 51-40.
Greensburg-Salem up 38-23 with 3:47 left in the third.
Wow, 15-point lead for the Golden Lions over the Mustangs as once again Billy DeShields drives in and draws another foul.
Whoa. Tell you what happened there. Chris King threw the ball at the back of Billy as Billy was chirping a little bit to King after he went up and got the foul call.
They're still chirping. That's 4 fouls, though, on Chris King.
Yep.
And Billy will have 2 free throws upcoming. And King needs to watch himself out there, Steve. And he actually had a couple of moments this year, and Tony told me things got a little physical when they played Laurel Highlands earlier this season. They're going to take Chris out of the game through an elbow in that contest. And then things got chippy with him against Uniontown earlier on this year as well. The first free throw, no good. Second free throw, no good from Billy. So Billy misses them both.
After he made 4 in a row, he misses 2, but still having a decent night at the free throw line.
Playing with a smile on his face tonight as Richard Bortz gets another 2 to go there for Waynesburg. Bortz now with 8. Waynesburg won't go away, Steve. They're back to within 9 at 51-42. Jameer off to Billy up top. Jameer fires it off to Grady, far baseline. Melvin floats it up and in. Isaiah going strong there. He has 13. Lead back up to 11 at 53-42. Close to a steal there from Billy. Ball loose in front of us and ruled out of bounds here on the near side. It will be Waynesburg's basketball. They'll reposition Shriver off to our right. They'll feed it into Richard Bortz in the backcourt. 2:25 left here in the third. 53-42. Uniontown, Waynesburg with a basketball. Bortz across. A little touch off to Avery McConville's pass deflected. Billy a touch. Forward to Jameer. Pulls back off on the wing. Floats it off to Bubba. Far side, Billy DeShields. Comes far baseline. Will take a long 2 with Garber in his face short. Ball loose here on the near side. Tracked down by Richard Bortz. Bortz now back out of his own zone. Nice little move there around Jameer. Bortz comes forward. Scoop shot. Score it for Richard Bortz. He's a good player in traffic, Steve. He has 10. Waynesburg back to within 9 again at 53-44. 1:47 left here in the third. Billy coming free down low. Scoop shot. Score it for Billy DeShields. He has 15. 55-44 Uniontown, and Bort's a little bump there.
It's probably going to be on Richardson, I'm guessing. Yep. Or maybe DeShields. Yep,
Jameer,
Richardson.
just his first. No damage done there, non-shooting.
Only the 4th foul on the Red Raiders in this half.
Goes into Garber. And Garber called for a travel. Oh, Waynesburg bench got up. Looking at that call. At least the coaching staff.
They did not care for that call.
Bubba back across, 90 seconds left here in the third. Red Raiders the basketball and an 11-point lead.
Hop step dribble you see a lot nowadays. Usually, I would say more times than not, they won't call that.
Especially in today's game. Down low, Billy again. Floating it up and in. Billy DeShields, 8 here in the third. 17 for the game. Lead back up to 13 at 57-44. Game not being played as loose as it was during some stages in the first half. And the basket and one there for Lucas Garber. Garber now 8 here in the third. He scored 23 for the game. 23 of Waynesburg's 46 is half of their points.
4th foul on Melvin.
Wow. Remember DeMar Lewis back off the bench. So Melvin out, Lewis in. 56 seconds left here in the third. Now Garber an opportunity to cap off the three-point play here with a made free throw. He's 5 of 6 from the foul line in this game. The free throw here is good for Lucas Garber. 24 points for Garber. Uniontown's lead back down to 10 again at 57-47. 50 seconds left here in the third. Keandre on the far wing. Back to Bubba up top.
Down by 10, still in a zone. Hoping to force the Red Raiders into shooting some threes. And the Red Raiders, hopefully they'll be patient. They do have DeShields at the foul line, which is different.
Well, the rotation's a little different now, though, with Melvin and Grady both on the bench.
And they're holding it out.
Billy has it now from the foul line up top to his brother Keandre. Far side to Bubba Robinson. I think they're going to take this most of the way down at least, Steve. 12 seconds left here in the quarter. Billy in traffic, floats it out to Keandre again, back in the corner to Bubba. Up top to Jameer, no look pass down to Billy, will spin move out in front and gets it to go. Perfect execution on that possession for Uniontown, and Billy DeShields 10 in the third, 19 for the game. They had to lead back up to 12 as we head to the fourth. Uniontown 59, Waynesburg 47. We're back with the fourth in 60 seconds here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Ensuring excellence since 1949, the Rittenhouse Insurance Agency offers both business and personal insurance to over 4,000 clients in the area. The Rittenhouse Insurance Agency continually reviews each client's insurance portfolio to assure they're receiving the most comprehensive coverage at the best rate going. It's no wonder why their clients keep their insurance with them for decades. The Rittenhouse Insurance Agency, Incorporated, 48 West Fayette Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-438-1700.
C. Harper Auto Group is the proud recipient of the 2019 Better Business Bureau of Western Pennsylvania Torch Awards for Ethics. Only one other auto dealership has ever received this award. C. Harper lives by 4 core values:
family, loyalty, integrity, charity.
Thank you to our employees and customers for making this award possible. Thank you to the Better Business Bureau for awarding C. Harper the Torch Award for Ethics.
Brian Morozak, Steve Suberg back here at Uniontown High School heading to the fourth quarter. 59-47, a 12-point lead for Uniontown. On the Waynesburg side, Steve, Lucas Garber leading the way with 24. On the Uniontown side, Billy DeShields with 19, including 10 in the third quarter. Jameer Richardson has also scored 12. Isaiah Melvin with 13. Melvin, though, in foul trouble with 4 personals. Bubba Robinson with it right now. And Melvin on the Uniontown bench as the fourth quarter gets underway. Keandre up top, long 2, rattling in for Keandre DeShields. His second make of the night, he has 4. 61-47. The Uniontown lead at 14. 7:30 left here in the fourth. Down low, Richard Bortz driving and got fouled there by Grady. Grady thought he had a clean block. He'll send Bortz to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, he did have a clean block. He just hit him with the body a little bit.
Only his first personal foul. 6th team foul on Uniontown here in the second half. First of 2 free throws for Bortz, no good. Bortz now 2 of 3 from the foul line. He scored 10. Uniontown trying to complete their second trip in 2 years through the conference undefeated. Only Waynesburg standing in their way as Bortz makes the second free throw, 61-48. Red Raiders 7-16 away from conference perfection for the second consecutive season. Robinson over to Richardson. Now Billy just inside the foul line. Too strong there. Rebound in traffic brought down by Gabe McConville. Off to Bortz and across on the far side. Bortz up top, Garber. Garber left of the lane, drives and scores. Lucas Garber. 26 now for Garber. Pretty good game for him, Steve, to close out his high school career.
Yep.
Ray Robinson and Jameer playing catch outside the arc, near side to Keandre. An 11-point lead for Uniontown at 61-50.
And LH down 20 at the end of 3.
Wow. Salem, they've been close all year, Steve. They haven't won a conference game. Figure that one out. Robinson on the far side. Of course, Uniontown will host Greensburg-Salem here on Friday night. Of course, Laurel Highlands coming off that emotional win over Uniontown last Wednesday. Haven't played since that game. And sometimes you do have the natural letdown, even though they had 6 days to think about it. Ball comes free after the Red Raiders try to get a save there, and then losing it out of bounds. Coming back with Shriver. Mentioned Gateway and Albert Gallatin also in a battle tonight. End of 3. Rick Frank tells me it's raining 3s in York Run. Gateway up 1, 49-48. 61-50 here. Uniontown lead at 11. Jameer high on the right. Back over to Bubba on the far side. Now Jameer again. Jameer unable to get it to go, follows it up, and scores on the putback. First 2 of the second half for Jameer Richardson. He has 14, 63-50. The Uniontown lead back up to 13. With 5:30 left here in the fourth. Far side, Shriver for 3, too strong. Skying there for the rebound, McConville. Keeping it alive to Garber. Directs traffic. Garber now stays with it, drives, can't finish. Melvin back out there with 4 personals. Gets the rebound. Going strong, 4 to Jameer. In the corner to Bubba. Back up top again to Jameer. Far side, Billy to Shields. 5 minutes left here in the fourth. Uniontown the basketball on a 13-point lead.
And they're still in a zone. And, well, at least we're driving in.
Yeah, they've been a little more active against the zone for sure here tonight.
Yep, we're driving in a little bit more, getting into the paint. Certainly, Coach could make them just keep the ball out by half court to make them come out of that zone. They can't certainly let us run the clock out, right?
I think, though, at this juncture, you're up 13, and you've had some issues against it. I kind of like what they're doing a little bit here, Steve, just trying to work against it a little bit, just in case you get in that situation come playoff time. Because you're going to see this from start to finish in a playoff game. You're going to have to learn how to beat it.
Wow.
That's not going to help there. Missed 3 from Jameer. Melvin, though, trying to follow it up. Missed on the putback. Billy had an opportunity out in front, deflected out of bounds off of Waynesburg. A little reprieve here for the Red Raiders in the Waynesburg zone, getting it back up 13, 4:39 left here in the fourth. I think you still have a little comfort zone in this one, up 13 points, 4:38 to play.
I don't think the outcome's not in doubt. It's just
a little fumble there from Billy. King a touch out there with 4 personals. Forward to Garber, back to Bortz. And Bortz lost it out of bounds. Billy almost came down on his head unintentionally. And Uniontown get the basketball back. And Grady will trigger it in.
It's a good thing he did lose it, because if he would have held it and went up for a shot, Billy was on top of him That could have been dangerous for both players.
Agree. Bubba back across. Dancing out there now, trying to come free off a screen. Switches here with Richardson back up top again to Billy. Front of there by Garber. Fights inside and gets it to go. So there you go.
21 for Billy.
Lead at 15 at 65-50. Midway through this fourth quarter, timeout. Waynesburg will take one as well. 65-50, Uniontown by 15. 3:59 left here in the fourth. We're back at 60 here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Lee's Plumbing and Excavating does residential and commercial indoor and outdoor plumbing, gas, electric, and water lines, paving, concrete, and excavation site work. Call 724-245-2950 Monday through Friday for your quote. Building a new home? Lee's does utility installation of water, gas, and sewage lines. They do maintenance work on all existing homes, too. Lee's Plumbing and Excavating would like to thank their customers for trusting them for the past 30 years. 724-245-2950 for Lee's Plumbing and Excavating.
Jim Davis and his team are incredible. When I was hurt in an accident in 2015, they guided me every step of the way. They were dedicated, honest, and trustworthy. I highly recommend Jim Davis and his team.
Davis & Davis, personal injury and workers' comp.
We at Davis & Davis are humbled by what our clients have to say about us. If you've been injured at work, call me, Jim Davis, for a free consultation. We've been helping injured people for over 40 years. Call 724-437-2799.
Brian Morozek, Steve Subrick back here at Uniontown High School. 3:55 left here in the fourth quarter. 65-50. Uniontown leading Waynesburg. Waynesburg with the basketball. Garber, nice little pass down low to King. Got fouled there by Grady. 2 free throws upcoming for Chris King.
A well-designed play. Looked like one of the assistant coaches for Kirk King called that one as Kirk turned around and acknowledged the assistant coach there for a well execution.
King's first of 2 free throws good as he rattles it home. 7 for Chris King.
Little give and go. King gave the pick and roll there, and Garber, of course, they have to guard him out there.
Second free throw bouncing around the rim and then falling out for Chris King. Uniontown the rebound. Then cross court far side, Billy DeShields driving inside, gets it to go. Billy coming to play tonight with 23. Best he's looked in a while, Steve. And leading the Red Raiders to a 16-point lead here in the fourth quarter. 3:25 left here in the fourth. Again, Uniontown 2 regular season games left after tonight. Chris King tried to throw it over the shoulder, couldn't get it to go. Grady the rebound, off to Billy DeShields again, playing with confidence. Billy driving inside, handing off, wide open, far block. Ring it up for Jameer Richardson. 16 for Jameer. 69-51. Up top, Bortz for 3. Off the mark. Grady another rebound. Off to Billy DeShields. Billy, floater up top, good again. Everything's falling in for Billy DeShields tonight. Timeout on the court, 2:47 left here in the fourth. 71-51 Uniontown. We're back at 60 for the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
I'm worried about this winter weather. How are we going to get to the grocery store for the next few months? I'm not too comfortable driving in the snow anymore, and with your disability, you definitely can't drive.
Yeah, the last time I went to the doctor's office, they're talking about FACT.
FACT?
Yeah, Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation. FACT will come to the house and pick us up. They have fixed routes to places like Pittsburgh and Uniontown, even Nemacolin and Woodlands. FACT also has a shared ride program that schedules you to go to places like the doctor's office or the grocery store.
Well, you know, the grandkids will be at our house when school's canceled.
FACT lets anyone ride the fixed route bus, and children under 12 accompanied by an adult ride for free, as do us seniors age 65 and up.
Wow, FACT might be the right answer for us this winter. Do you have their number?
Yes, it's 724-628-RIDE or factbus.com.
It's a fact. We're Fayette County Public Transit.
Brian Morozek, Steve Subrick back here at Uniontown High School. 2:45 left in regulation time. Now a 20-point lead for Uniontown over Waynesburg. Uniontown defeated Waynesburg by 20 earlier on this season at Waynesburg, 90-70. Likely we'll have a similar final result tonight. Lucas Garber on the far wing, stroking another 3. Garber with 29 in his final high school game. 71-54 Uniontown. Avery McConville watching Keandre. And Keandre missing there on a three. Garber another rebound. Numbers coming back. Garber driving the lane and getting the 2 to go. So now 31 for Lucas Garber. 2 minutes to play, 71-56. The Uniontown lead down to 15 again. Keandre here on the near side. Coach King telling Avery McConville, come out and get the freshman. Keandre will send it off to Bubba Robinson. Uniontown working some clock. Down to 1:43 now left here in the fourth. DeMar Lewis over to Javon Davis. And a timeout taken here by Uniontown. 1:39 to play. 71-56 Red Raiders. We're back in 60 here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Uniontown City Police Chief Jason Cox would like to wish Uniontown head basketball coach Rob Kazmarski and the Uniontown Red Raiders the best of luck during the 2019-2020 basketball season and in all their future endeavors. As the Uniontown City Police Chief, Jason Cox is happy to see the Uniontown student athletes working hard on and off the court. Go Red Raiders from Uniontown City Police Chief Jason Cox.
Harper Auto Group is the proud recipient of the 2019 Better Business Bureau of Western Pennsylvania Torch Awards for Ethics. Only one other auto dealership has ever received this award. C. Harper lives by 4 core values:
family, loyalty, integrity, charity.
Thank you to our employees and customers for making this award possible. Thank you to the Better Business Bureau for awarding C. Harper the Torch Award for Ethics.
Ryan Morozek, Steve Subrick back here again at Uniontown High School, 71-56. Uniontown a 15-point lead over Waynesburg, 1:39 to play. And give Waynesburg's kids, Steve, a lot of credit as well. Despite getting down early on, they've continued to fight throughout the course of the evening.
Yep.
Now Keandre getting fouled here by Richard Bortz. That'll be team foul number 5.
Yep.
Still another one to give until Uniontown will shoot. DeMar Lewis to work it now into Keandre. Keandre working back into the Waynesburg zone over to DeMar with a lot of pressure there from Bortz, and over and back the call. So Waynesburg will get the basketball back down 15. 1:27 to play. Timeout situation, both teams 2 remaining. Well, Uniontown and Waynesburg have taken 3 timeouts tonight. Goes into the backcourt to Richard Bortz. Near side, Lucas Garber for 3, came up short. Underneath, a whistle. A foul's going to be called here on Waynesburg off that rebound. And they got Bortz there, Steven. No, check that, McConville. McConville picking up his second. 6th team foul. Lead still at 15. Keandre bringing it across over to DeMar Lewis. Trying to feed off to Braxton. Little juggle, regains it back to Javon Davis, who gets fouled by McConville. So it'll be Avery's 3rd, and send Davis to the foul line to shoot a 1-and-1. Javon just 6 free throw attempts this season, 2 of 6 from the foul line.
56-40. LH is down to Greensburg-Salem. Just 3 minutes left.
Wow.
And I thank our friend Rodney Gallagher has 25 points. And thank our friend Craig Mankins, used to be the coach there.
Correct.
His boy is a senior player on his last game on the home floor, I believe.
And we'll see him on Friday night. Keandre got hit up high. Waynesburg has the basketball. Davis, for you folks on the radio side, missed the front end of a 1-and-1, and now Avery McConville drains a 3 here for Waynesburg, and they'll take another timeout. So 50 seconds left. The Uniontown lead down to 12. Starters coming back in. We're back at 60 here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is also buying deer hides. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday from 9 till 5 and Saturdays 8 till noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus, Rags, or Tater a call at 724-439-3228 for Cherokee Recycling. Recycling makes the most sense.
Insuring excellence since 1949. The Rittenhouse Insurance Agency offers both business and personal insurance to over 4,000 clients in the area. The Rittenhouse Insurance Agency continually reviews each client's insurance portfolio to assure they're receiving the most comprehensive coverage at the best rate going. It's no wonder why their clients keep their insurance with them for decades. The Rittenhouse Insurance Agency, Incorporated, 48 West Fayette Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-438-1700.
Uniontown to trigger it in. Up 12, 50 seconds left. Starters back in. Billy DeShield sending it in to Bubba Robinson, who gets fouled underneath.
And that foul goes on Garber, and a little heated exchange there with Coach Kirk King and Rob Kaczmarski during that timeout. I think, I don't know who was mad at who there, but I don't know if you can't really blame Waynesburg for continuing to try to win the game. If they, I mean, obviously they're still playing.
Both teams coaching hard out there. Both coaches coaching hard out there. Both teams playing hard.
You can't really blame Coach K for putting his starters back in. It gets down to 12 points.
And Robinson misses on the front end of a 1-and-1. Waynesburg another rebound. Garber, quick three, near wing. Just missed there. Billy DeShields the rebound underneath. McConville on Billy as he goes cross-court near side to Bubba. Bubba floating it off to Billy down at 32 seconds left.
There's
Lead still at 12. I think Kirk King might call off the Dogs now. Waynesburg's going to back off, and Billy will dribble it out high on the left. If there is any doubt about the result here tonight, there isn't any now. Uniontown, for the second straight season, will go through the conference undefeated. They'll improve to 18-2 overall, 10-0 in conference play. Season over for Waynesburg. They'll finish the year 9-12 overall, 2-8 in the conference. Your final score, Uniontown 71, Waynesburg 59. Back to tell you all about it.
Oh, wow.
What happened here?
Just an exchange. That is not smart. Billy DeShields was, they were talking to King. He was talking to Chris King. And then it got a little bit animated, and Billy made a gesture with his hands, if you know what I mean, it shouldn't have done, and that might have been a technical foul. I don't know what the officials, I know the officials saw it.
Well, the game ended.
Well, the game ended, but he gave it the old.
Yeah, I understand.
You know, and I don't know. Hopefully that was nothing happened there with the officials. Certainly don't want to have Billy missing for a game.
No. So we'll have our Potters post-game show on the way next. Maybe get a little clarification with Uniontown assistant Ware Gladman. 71-59 Uniontown. Back in a moment here on WMBS and on the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
Are you suffering from aches and pains? Everyday pain shouldn't be your normal. Recover from pain or an injury through the power of physical therapy at NovaCare Rehabilitation. As a proud supporter of the Uniontown Red Raiders and Albert Gallatin Colonial, NovaCare's renowned team and clinical expertise provides the best individualized care and customer service. With a location in Uniontown that now offers aquatic therapy at the Uniontown YMCA. Call 724-437-0556 today to schedule a complimentary consultation. The Red Raiders and Colonials choose NovaCare. So can you.
I'm attorney Bill Martin of Bradcliffe Law. If you're injured in an accident and can't agree with the insurance company on a settlement, you may have to go to trial. You'll need an attorney that's familiar with the process. As a former assistant district attorney, I'm comfortable in a courtroom and have trial experience that not all attorneys do. Call me today to set up your free consultation at 724-439-3939. We're easily accessible in Uniontown and offer Saturday appointments. Bradcliffe Law, making the law personal.
Ryan Morozak, Steve Suberg back with Uniontown assistant Ware Gladman, brought to you by Davis & Davis, attorneys at law. Coach, 71-59 win. Did get a little competitive there in the second half.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it did. And like I said earlier during the halftime, yeah, every team is coming after us, and we have to be on our best game. We have to come full strength and ready to play.
Got a little chippy there as well during the post-game handshake. Everything all right?
Two competitive teams going at each other, you know what I mean? And unfortunately, someone has to lose. And unfortunately, we weren't that team that lost. So hats off to them, hats off to Waynesburg, and I guess good luck to them next year.
Yeah, second straight year perfect through the conference. Has to mean a lot.
It means a lot. And like I say, it's a big credit to these guys for how hard they worked throughout the whole year. And these guys, like I said, it's a true test of character, how we finish out this season. We just got to stay, like I say, stay full strength and full tilt and go all the way.
Coach, you got to feel good. Billy DeShields seemed to get back on track tonight. 25 points.
Yeah.
He was pretty good from the free throw line. He was, he just missed those last two, but other than that, he was before that he was 5 out of 6 at one point. So he seemed to get his stroke back, and he was driving in, making shots.
Yeah.
And mostly all 2-pointers. He didn't make any threes tonight, but he didn't have to. He was driving in, getting to the basket.
Yeah, he was pretty much our zone buster tonight, and I think we kind of found a little niche of how to beat the zone, and just put one of our best playmakers in the middle of the zone and have him attack it from a short distance rather than a long distance. So yeah, he got into the middle of the zone, made some great moves on his end, on the offensive end. He had a couple assists at the same time also.
Well, what a great, pretty good athlete to have in the middle of the zone. Then you got two guys that can finish with Melvin Richardson and Grady down on the blocks. That's a good formula, and you got to feel pretty good about the way the Red Raiders played. Defensively, they were terrific again, and even though it seemed like they kept clawing and fighting, and you knew they were gonna do that, but pretty much we handled them pretty much the whole way. You got to feel good about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just proud of our kids that at the same time they kept their composure, like I said, in the heat of the battle. And like I said, we want to stay competitive, and we have to watch out for competitive teams at the same time. But like I said, our kids played full tilt, full go, and we came out victorious.
And Coach, just to give you a score update, and I know you'll get this later, but at last it was 3 minutes left in the game, and Greensburg-Salem was up 56-40 on LH.
No.
So they were with a 16-point lead with 3 minutes left. So anything can happen.
I was going to say, on any given night, any team can be beat. And when you definitely think that you're going to be the front runner or you have the advantage, and sometimes the basketball gods call it in a different way. And like I said, you have to be on guard for any team. And like I said, we're not out of it yet. I mean, we have to face Greensburg-Salem, then we're going up for redemption for LH. So be ready.
Coach, appreciate your time. We'll see you on Friday.
My man, thank you.
Uniontown assistant Ware Gladman. Uniontown a 71-59 win over Waynesburg tonight. You mentioned the Laurel Highlands Greensburg-Salem score, Steve. Gateway defeated Albert Gallatin tonight, 57-55, and Bell Vernon up in the fourth quarter over Elizabeth Forward, 62-50. Again, your final score here from Uniontown High School, 71-59. Uniontown over Waynesburg. We're back with the final stats brought to you by Peachin's Pharmacy in just a moment here on the Potters postgame show on WMBS and on the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
Shooting for a way to remodel and enlarge your kitchen, find some money for college tuition, or take that dream vacation? Get an assist with a home equity loan from First Federal of Greene County. Talking to a home loan office at First Federal about a home equity loan is a slam dunk. And ask about their free updated mobile app with fingerprint login. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Voted one of the best mortgage lenders and given a 5-star bank award by Bauer Financial. NMLS number 458729, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Plumbing and Excavating does residential and commercial indoor and outdoor plumbing, gas, electric, and water lines, paving, concrete, and excavation site work. Call 724-245-2950 Monday through Friday for your quote. Building a new home? Lee's does utility installation of water, gas, and sewage lines. They do maintenance work on all existing homes, too. Lee's Plumbing and Excavating would like to thank their customers for trusting them for the past 30 years. 724-245-2950 for Lee's Plumbing and
The
Excavating.
new year has begun, and soon it'll be spring. Time to think about painting and redecorating. If you're looking for a professional painter or contracting service, call Perkins Painting and Contracting. With years of proven success in the tri-state area, Perkins Painting and Contracting is local and your solution for all your painting and contracting needs. Call 724-322-1285. 724-322-1285. Perkins Painting and Contracting, proud to sponsor the Red Raider Player of the Week. Good times, great food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill, Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Family owned and operated, Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. Monday is wing night. Get $2 off per dozen, 5 p.m. to close. Enjoy $2 domestic drafts Monday through Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. and $9 domestic buckets all day Thursday. Make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill, Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call 724-438-9835 or visit Potter's on Facebook. See you at Potter's.
Back one final time in our Potters postgame show, 71-59, your final score, Uniontown over Waynesburg. Steve, is your final stats. They're brought to you by Peachin's Pharmacy. Peachin's Pharmacy has moved to downtown Connellsville, the Peachin Market, same hours and free prescription delivery.
Okay, for Waynesburg, Avery McConville finishes with 5 points, Bortz with 11, Hankins with 2, Chris King with 7, Caleb Shriver with 3, and Garber led the way with 31 points. They scored 11 in the first, 15 in the second, 21 in the third, 12 in the fourth, 59 for the ball game. For the Red Raiders, Keandre DeShields finishes with 4 points. DeMar Lewis chips in 2, Grady with 4, Jameer Richardson with 16, Ray Robinson with 7, Isaiah Melvin with 13, and Billy DeShields, good night, with 25 points. They scored 21 in the first, 22 in the second, 16 in the third, 12 in the fourth, 71 for the ball game as they win at 71-59.
Thanks, as always, to my broadcast partner, Steve Subrick, Billy Dice behind the camera, Nick Barczyk back in our Uniontown Hospital studio. Uniontown improves to 18-2 overall. They finish conference play at 10-0, perfect through the conference for a second straight year. Waynesburg season's done at 9-12 overall and 2-8 in conference play. Again, your final score, Uniontown 71 and Waynesburg 59. So long, everybody, from Uniontown High School.
How far would you go to find some of the most advanced physical, occupational, and speech therapy? You won't have to go far when you choose UPMC Centers for Rehab Services in Uniontown.